I have wares if you have coin.
Because she'd have
Are we
wares.
live yet?
No.
Not at all. No way. You're not live.
No. It's good. We're good.
Welcome, he's, me's, and she's to Breaking Character, where we try not to. It is a episode that has not happened in 2 weeks because we took last week off, if you didn't realize that. So some of you feel like you might be lost, but you're not. Unless you are.
I didn't pull up anything I needed to play tonight. Don't mind me.
As we get our, ourselves caught up from this weird 1 week vacation, let's do an intro with the players of who they are and what they're doing here, who they're playing, and let's throw in an extra little awkward thing of share one interest you have that is not D&D related and might be weird for a D&D player. I'll go first. While everyone tries to think of something.
Why didn't we get prep on that?
Because welcome back. That's why, Rev. That's why.
This is them attacking us back for attacking them before the show started.
Kind of puzzled, but all right.
Yes. My thing that I do as who's a GM and a D&D player and into role play and stuff. I like cow hoof trimming videos.
Oh,
specifically from Nate the Hook guy, because he's such a cool, his voice, his demeanor, and it just helps support calves with their ulcers and stuff, and it's just so cool.
I believe the stream.
Those videos are the best.
No.
It's
They
so
are,
good.
We're done here.
We can stream without Rev. We can stream without Rev.
I think
That's fine.
Tony's unassing too.
Dude, Rev
So-
could quit, but I have the end stream button.
Dun, dun, dun.
So let's,
we all have end stream powers. We just, they're more violent.
No, I think me and Tony are it.
You don't think there's something we could do on stream that would get it shut off?
I mean,
That would be permanently.
Yeah, I don't think any of us will be able to explain it to Dono, though.
Ever.
Who would you like to
Rev,
start?
Rev, why don't you go first? We'll have
Me?
you. Yes.
I'm Sanguine Rev. You can find me in the places that you can find me. I play Baldric, the Butler, Rogue, Warforged. And something that I do, I collect antique computer hardware. Yeah.
Cool.
So what you gonna do about it? Blood.
Break it
oh
off.
God.
You can just call me Rev. It's cool.
No, ew. Anyway, hi guys, I am Bloodless King. I play Fenrana Etzith. Very confused Lumen Bard person. Huzzah. And something that I do that is not related to D&D and all such. God.
Because most of the employees are.
I don't know. All I do, I'm just nerd. I don't have personality outside of nerd, man.
Fanfiction.
I mean, that isn't directly.
I mean, yes, I am. I write and read fan fiction, sure.
The genre.
Fan art.
Yes. Yes, for the writing part, currently, I have a couple of things I'm working on in, yep, that one. Oh, fucking Yu Yu Hakusho. Harabadaha. I am the worst at names. I'm so sorry, y'all.
They'll chat about your Funko Pops. They can't see them anyway.
Oh yeah, I got Pokemon Poké Pops on top of my Hawks figure.
You got pops on Hawks?
Your what figure?
Hawks.
With
What
an
letter is it
H.
starting with? Oh, an H. Okay.
Yeah.
How many
H.
feathers does he have? Because
So
is it
none.
accurate?
He's got his full wings
I'm
because
caught
it's from before. It's from before.
I drink. Go away.
I am current on that.
But yeah. Oh yes. Lots
Finally.
lots of things. Anyway,
have to figure it
onward.
out.
Let's go to darkness. I don't know where I'm pointing. I can't see where I'm on
I'm
a
you
sure
be
you're
down?
pointing at me. But
Oh,
yeah, darkness.
There.
darkness. Darkness is down.
I art darkness. I play Ramita Thornstep, the spunky little halfling barbarian.
Yeah.
And she's just along with the flow still, because everything's happening and going places, and
also the first
Granny wants to see this done. And something I do that's not D&D related. I fucking love fishing. I go fishing all the damn time and even collect some lures for funsies, because I like trying them all out.
Nice.
Brett.
Hello. Yes, I am just Brett. I am playing the Paladin fighter Boston Jones. Who has been absent for the last 2 weeks, last session. And something I do that is not D&D related. I build and paint Warhammer models. And
I think that's just barely not related.
Barely.
What do you mean barely? I build models, I paint them, I read codexes of specific army troops, and I battle other people against them.
And then you play
In an
a
imaginary
Warhammer
world
tabletop
with-
game.
That's very close to tabletop.
Okay, fair enough. What else do I fence.
Okay, that's fine.
Play martial arts.
That one.
Fencing is
Are we
definitely.
talking like chain link or white picket?
I'll kill you.
Yes, but which one are you going to kill me with?
White picket for sure.
Saber.
White picket.
White
Saber,
picket.
not rapier. I prefer saber fencing over rapier fencing, but yeah. But we'll jump down to Tony.
Hi, I'm Tony. You can find me online at Tony Will Edit on TikTok. And I play the bestest boy in the whole gosh dang world. Star of the telenovela in his head, Nash. Ass of steel, brain of also steel.
Ass of the bodegas. That's the bodega's ass.
Accidental almost leader of the Bodega Street Team. And the non D&D facts I'm actually gonna have two, because your time is coming, okay? The first factoid, as you can see, I am an avid bird dad, with my bird shirt and bird accompanying me.
Bird bro.
Lovely baby.
The second thing is I am actually a local ultimate frisbee champion. So
Nice.
I'm
I didn't know that.
actually good at sports sometimes. But yeah. So that's a couple of factoids about moi.
What sports are you?
What?
I went to college
How
for
good at
sports.
sports are you?
Honestly, not very usually.
Show us the championship ring.
Well, this
The
is my
Letterman?
wedding ring. That's the closest I got.
That's
There's a
champ rings
comment.
of some kind of. It's a winning.
Look.
Champ ring. That's a win.
Surviving marriage is a success in most people's
I-
book.
If you've seen my wife, I've hit a home run. This is a championship ring. Okay? I recognize.
So what you're saying is you're definitely the reacher.
Like a round or like
With that,
It's an old
we are going to
2000s
get into
reference. Every
tonight.
relationship has the reacher and the settler.
nope.
Oof.
Wow, Brett, not everything's got to be dirty.
Oh, I don't want to hear from you, sir. Of all the people in this chat.
Last time on
innocent.
Breaking Character, we had the group separated. Well, Nash went into town about 30-45 minutes away, check in with his parole officer. Had a semi-awkward encounter with that. And, but was able to come out pretty unscathed with some new information, new duds, as he went shopping, and looks pretty spiffy. and might even be able to, catch the local contest going on if he chooses. When the others decided that they were going to go about 2.5 hours out of town to visit with Professor Dastihill. No, Dastier Hillmaker. Sorry. Full name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Professor Destiel.
No.
Okay, sorry,
No?
what's the professor's name? One more time.
Dastier Hillmaker.
Hillmaker.
Yes. Who is this tiny little gnome old person that had retired post transition and gave the group quite a bit of information, not just verbally, but also their personal journal, which in Auroran is not counted as official documentations when they are storing facts about history and archives and articles and great
However,
information.
Juicy
Juicy details, and could go into a biography, but not everyone does biography or autobiographies. That is still a voluntary thing. But their interactions with prominent research and historical materials does go down in history, and Hillmaker is definitely noted in all of those manuscripts in Aurora, in which we'll see if Fenrana decides to go home to get those documentations. Meanwhile, Boston was like, peace out, and left a note with the crew and was like, I gotta do something. Check you later.
Dipped.
And totally did not get the any of the new stuff that's happened within the last in-game 24 hours, or 12 hours, I should say.
And in turn, the party wrecked his apartment, apparently.
Well,
It's
You
just
couldn't
very
even open the-
smoky.
I kicked the door super hard.
It did not
And
move.
fell over.
Rattled a little.
It did not move.
Yeah, his door is basically bulletproof. He would not have a non-bulletproof door.
Even if it wasn't
Even if
Tissue
it
paper.
wasn't a
Negative.
yes,
one of
a
those like
breeze.
Sliding doors.
screen doors.
A breeze hit the door in the name of Baldric, and that is as much damage as was done.
Good.
So
I did doodle on your back patio. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
let's join Boston as he is leaving the location of his where he decided to go and head out, which is a local tavern bar inn in a red light district called St. Catherine's Orphanage.
What? Orphanage. Oh.
There's
No.
an orphanage in the red.
I said it right.
Orphanage.
Orphanage. It's a orphanage.
What?
It's a whore orphanage. In the red light district.
What does that mean?
Well,
Does it mean they're selling the kids, or
Excuse
does it
me?
mean the kids are like coming out of horror?
Okay, you're fixated on kids. No, there are no kids. There are no kids.
You're saying
It's red light
there's no reason to be
without him?
confused.
No,
Is-
I'm not.
Is he at
What?
a brothel?
it's
Yes,
totally out of brothel.
it's a bar brothel, and it is all voluntarily. There's no sex slaves. It is very much a career choice, but it also happens to be where one gets drinks, and some cowboys get information on leads and jobs, etc. So, Boston. Tom, the bartender, informed you Ghost was in town and you need to keep your head low. Not any more so than usual, just everyone needs to keep their head low when Ghost is in town.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Come here.
Do I have any the usual contacts in this place, or?
Well, I mean, there's a couple of cowboys just hanging out. Some people use it as a kind of a motel where they'll just stay for a night or two until, a job shows up and then they move on. Some people stay in town and just have it as a local bar. Others use the other services. There's like a handful of people. It's daytime. It's morning actually. So like mid-morning, nobody's really there except for Tom. Tom.
Yeah, Tom.
Boy.
Ghost is in town, right? You said his name was Ghost?
Ghost is in town.
Does that mean anything to me? I'm sorry, I don't have Boston notes up in front of me right now. I'm typing things as quick as I can.
Discord notes.
Discord notes.
Discord DM.
You got it. Sorry, lads.
Secrets. On that note, did you send me the ones you were going to send me, or will I not need them this session?
You will not need them you need them in general. There's nothing session determined.
Okay.
Everyone just assume Rick knows everything.
Yes,
Correct.
just
he's probably been nursing the same drink since he's got here.
Okay.
Any cowboys in here that I know personally or no?
By name, yes. But personally, as in you've worked with them or had conversations, no. In fact, I'll name a few. We'll say Coyote is in the corner. And Hawk is at the same table as Coyote. They're just kind of talking. Nothing cowboy related.
Yeah, just guys enjoying a drink. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You threw me for a loop. This is not what I was prepared for. I'm gonna be honest here.
You could do anything. You could stick around, like, hey, I'm just gonna hang out, and then we can move to another group, or you can like, hey, I'm gonna see what the group is up to.
He'll sit here for the time being and just seeing if anyone else he knows kind of hops in. / if Ghost is here. This is probably one of those safe spaces where cowboys can't draw weapons on each other. That's
okay.
If it's not, it's not. But that would be Boston's logic.
So you're just gonna hang out for the morning, have a drink, nurse it. Nash, what did you do after your meeting with the parole officer, Stonejaw?
So that really depends on how close the other crew is. He would have switched on his comm and tried to check in with them shortly afterwards.
Okay, I will say for gaming, because I'll say this, I messed up as a DM. I did not put any limitations on the comms early, and they're technically a sending stone. So you definitely do not have any connection to any of them as you are not in range.
Gotcha. So, player question, because this would be something if we're sort of retconning this a little bit. What are the limitations on those? Is it like a 500 yards? Is it like, within a couple miles distance? What are we talking?
I want to say a couple miles radius. Very similar to like not sending stones. The other one.
The earrings that Critical Role had?
Yeah. You're not. Yeah, if you're not within the same distance, you're definitely not gonna get
Theirs
it.
was 500 feet, just to let you know.
That's fine. Yeah.
What about 500 miles?
No, Rev. No.
We have payphones for that.
We'll pay extra.
If you want to do like a sending stone thing where you want to go that distance, there will be a in-game penalty, but we'll let you guys know it is before game instead of just in mid-game.
Okay.
But as of right now, you've only used them when you've been within.
They're more walkie-talkies rather than
We
phones.
have used them outside of that when Boston was at the funeral. So that's why I was thinking a couple miles, because that was a 15-minute sprint.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
get to.
Depending on how fast you run, that's still a couple miles.
Right,
well,
but I
that's-
said
Well, that's what
penalty.
they're saying. Is a couple miles still
Cool.
fits it within the previous canon.
Gotcha.
Yes.
So awesome.
I'm not
we're on board
extending
with that.
anything that we haven't. Yes, I haven't changed anything that's already happened. I'm just clarifying and defining.
Perfect. I wanted to make sure. I know Brett had mentioned the 500 feet, and I wanted to make sure it didn't shrink down to that all of a sudden.
Oh,
because that's
no,
important for me to keep track of if that's the case.
Sorry. Yeah, no. We'll say 5 miles.
Okay.
That's
Cool. Yeah. That's enough distance to be like, oh, they're out of town. Absolutely not. Oh, they're somewhere in a different suburb next to that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. If you try to open it up to listen or talk to them, you get like either silence or semi-static, depending on how far they are.
Nash will also just check in, but I don't think he's going to get anything back, but he will check in with the crew and then also put, also Boston, if you can hear this, it seems like it went well. Anyway, all right. I'll catch you later, I guess.
But you can still sell any emails. You can
Yes.
still send emails. It's just not the comms.
Yeah, but not an email person.
Okay, sure. No, totally fine.
He's looking for instantaneous feedback in this scenario. So
If I can't talk to you, I'm not going to text you. Screw you.
well, he might, just not right now. Not while he's immediately leaving the place and checking and making his next move. So yeah. But yeah, he then he'll head back. Probably. I don't know what sort of time. I don't remember the time frame this has been. They left. They were going to arrive at the place around noon, correct?
Yes.
And then talk for X amount of time, and then it was going to be 2.5 hours back.
Which group? Your Nash or?
Well, he has
The
no
others.
idea what Boston is, so it
Right.
would be the other group for sure. I
So
know
the
Nash
other
is
group
within
left.
town.
Yeah, the other group left like almost right away after breakfast. After Ramita made breakfast, it was 9:30. They left. It was a 2-hour, 15-minute drive. They had like a 45-minute talk. The old lady was super excited, anticipating them to show up. So like she was high, stress all the way through the
Had
talk
coffee and drinks and snacks. It was great.
and then she was like, I'm sorry, I'm getting tired, and like excused herself. And so that would place the end of the conversation at we'll say 3 hours afterwards. So like getting it to noon.
Yeah, well, Nash is not going to know how long the conversation is. I'm just trying to ballpark
Right.
it in my head to what he would know.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
So he would
He
know,
would know
it would be another
a
couple
distance.
hours after, is what I'm getting at. Okay, so
Yeah.
he knows he's going to have some time then, and with this limo, I think he is going to, like, the only thing he knows about that's happening in town is this competition. I think he is finally, he'll probably stop in at Boston's apartment real quick, check for him, change into his normal clothing, and probably stash the fancy clothing somewhere.
Okay.
And then ask to get taken to this festival.
Okay. As you arrive, you come to this park that's somewhat like we'll say it's like the New York park that everyone talks about.
Central Park.
That one. And it's got trees, it's got grass, there's ponds and little streams and tiny little brooks, but there is a big open area with a dome like stadium, and people are like sitting on grass knolls in their blankets and people standing around. There's all kinds of vendors around selling food and knickknacks and whatnot. And it's center stage. They have 5 of the contestants. And there is... Pull out my information. All right, we have a halfling who, in front of them, in bright lights that are holographed, 3D projected into the air. Tilly, who is in a hover chair. Tilly, wearing a tweed jacket over a fishnet skirt and a purple tee and ripped jeans, with an aviator cap and poof pink hair with goggles, is demonstrating a device that allows her to control a set of hover hands with her mind. And there are 4 little hover hands. They're just like cut off at the wrists, just going around, and she is using them to manipulate just various activities. There's a few balls. They all pick them up and they start juggling, and she's just like showing off 4 hands in the air, just juggling. And everyone's
right?
like, this is the halfling. And everyone claps and whatnot. The second inventor next to her is a dwarf with their display name going Grumble, who has a large mechanical arm on his shoulder that he controls with a lever. It's an extra extremity. He has 2 regular arms, but it's just like bulky, hanging over at the shoulder. But it could be like an amputee kind of addition, and he's using it to pick up and move items that are typically generally heavy. He's just demonstrating it, but also trying to explain how it's not adding extra stress to his shoulder, and how it's like able to withstand holding heavier things than a normal person. And he's explaining that it's a combination, a fusion of mechanics, nano technology, and a little bit of magic. He is wearing a where pinstripe pants and suspenders.
Real quick,
What?
Stretch has been redeemed.
No, I refuse.
Thank you,
I
Emerald.
refuse. Right, fine. Anyways, while I'm reading, how rude. All right. He's wearing a bowler hat, a pair of goggles, and as he is doing his demonstration with leather boots. And the top laces are undone as he just has not tied them. Third inventor, a half-elf named Erin, E-R-Y-N, who has a device attached to her chest that provides her additional sensory input. It's... Nash, roll an investigation check.
Hell yeah.
It's a very interesting device, though it is not what their display is about.
Awesome. That's a great roll. 5.
You have no idea what it does. It's a really cool piece of shiny material. It's right in between their collarbone. But their invention is a pair of glasses that allow the wearer to see through walls and other solid objects. Next to them is a pair of kids and a few obstacles, big old trash can with a little cardboard box and just little things that kids can run around and hide behind. And one of them is wearing the demonstrating glasses, and they're playing hide and seek with one kid getting increasingly frustrated, but still giggling at the idea that they can be seen behind a wall. She is wearing a long-sleeved linen blouse, lace trim, a high-necked collar with knee-length wool skirt, black leather knee-high platform rubber heels, and a brown messenger bag slung across her body, and large hoop earrings. The fourth inventor is a stout dwarf-looking man named Bofer Stonefist, who is the reigning champion of the competition. Created a groundbreaking object using nanotechnology to enhance the body's natural abilities. He himself, what?
I'm sorry, did you say he's human or dwarf? I'm trying to keep up.
Dwarf.
Dwarf.
I just
His
wanted
name
to
is
check
Bolfer.
in and see if Stonefist was like Smith in this world. Because the PO
I
is
know.
Stonefist, this guy's Stonefist. There's
I mean, Nash, if you want to do an intelligence, Nash might be like, hey, they might be related. Or
Nash
Or is it racist of Nash to ask that?
Yes.
No,
it's
there's
been two
more to it
dwarves.
than that, for the record.
Mhm.
Nash is not specifically looking for connections to the parole officer, but trying to gain if this is a super common name or if some of these people might hate him. That's a 3.
You are
Totally
on fire
hate you.
tonight.
Well, I keep rolling with +0s and not getting good results. So, you know.
Oof.
it is an intelligence roll. Like, this is the barbarian. We did not stat him up for intelligence.
Ask someone in your party if they know anybody with the name.
I've
Don't
tried.
ask me though. I also have +0.
I've tried. There's only static because no one is on comms.
I would say, Gears, around noon, he would probably head back to home as well. But now,
Okay.
but yeah.
No, yeah, absolutely. If
What?
from the orphanage.
Yeah, from the orphanage, apparently.
Look, you know what? He didn't choose the bar chose him, okay?
Sure,
And it's
That's how God intended it.
don't think
It
that
was
means
the
what
bar
you
that had
think
the
it
most
means.
going on.
I would just like to say I do not think that means what you think it means.
I love it anyway.
Is wonderful.
Fen would
You know what?
literally crumble like a old cookie
Oh,
if
Fen!
they walked into where you're
Fen!
at.
Fen would freak. Blood is very pleased.
he didn't set
Blood
the
would
bar.
freak, blood would go.
Look, he didn't set
Oh,
the
yeah,
bar.
Emerald.
It's just something he has to reach for. So,
Nope, definitely not.
anyways, yeah, like noonish, he could definitely go home. It's
So,
fine.
Nash's meeting was at noon. So would Boston have been home when Nash got home?
Probably. He
Say
probably would have
no.
started oh, if Gears wants to say no, because Boston probably wouldn't have taken a cab or a Segway or anything. He would have just walked.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
I'm gonna say you guys missed each other because you're in a car. You came and went and did your thing, and like a few minutes later, Boston walked back and was like, "There, like,
What the fuck?
there's a mess in another room, but like, eh."
Why are there doodles on my backyard?
He literally
Yes, no,
walked up and
they're-
like what? No,
Okay, so we don't want to know what the fifth inventor was. That's cool.
I just
Boston,
wanted to know. I'm
you
sorry. No.
show up and there's a bunch of ash on your back porch and maybe some trail that kind of and feathers in your room, in your like living room, right inside the balcony.
You thought you came from the whorehouse.
And a shoe print on your door.
There's a tiny little on little like brown scrape on the middle of the door, about foot high. You could rub it off with your thumb if you tried.
No, he's just confused.
Just adding insult to injury.
Like, what? He goes in. Did you guys at least do the dishes, or did you just leave the dirty dishes from breakfast in the sink?
They're
Ramita.
probably in the sink.
I would ask Ramita. Ramita, what did you do after you made breakfast for the whole crew? Did you do dishes?
No.
Okay. They're dirty dishes, and
There's probably some leftovers for you in the fridge, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't.
leftover food.
Granny did
Leftovers
not
of
think
your
about
food.
doing dishes, got distracted by the task at hand.
Because y'all left soon after making and eating, so yeah.
Yeah. He'll try to see if anyone was within comm range and try to shout, give a call to anyone in the chat.
What did you all do to my house?
No, just like, where are they? There's someone broke into his house, kicked his door. There's ash and feathers on his balcony. There's garbage everywhere. He's confused.
Garbage.
This is not a house that Rick has been in.
No, man, there are dirty dishes, and he's just like, I have this? He looks at the frying pan. What?
When did I get this?
Yeah, like...
Why did I get a waffle maker? What?
Boston, you can definitely open your comm and be like, where is everyone? GPS does work.
Okay. Which one is closest if I do a little ping? And yeah.
Nash is definitely closest. The other three are seem to be on their way, but they're still, hour 45 out.
He'll take a note with a napkin that he finds and just writes, "Went after Nash. Looks like he's at the festival," and just leave that on the counter, and then walk out.
The only one to think about notes. That's why you're a leader.
Anyway, who's the fifth inventor, Gears? I apologize. I just wanted to make that point because I didn't want us to get too far without...
It's fine. Nope, it's fine. The fifth inventor is a human named Amelia who has a device attached to her ear. It is obviously a hearing aid. But their invention that they are displaying is a track and locate any object or person regardless of whether they are visible or not. And they are just demonstrating this on the kids as well.
Anyway.
What?
Sonar.
Nothing.
It's like sonar.
They're testing on children?
I mean,
There's 2 volunteers running around on stage.
how else do you get science?
Don't make it weird, Rev.
Locate object. Anyway.
How can I make it weird when you have a orphanage?
You know what?
No,
Consenting adults are not weird. So, shush. I thought it was funny.
No, it is.
Great.
I was just very confused.
It's our first week back. Of course, I'm very on edge and nervous, and y'all are taking advantage of it, and I don't appreciate it, but it is hilarious. So Amelia is wearing a pair of dark ripped blue jeans over green fishnets,
I like the fishnets.
leggings, and a green tank top, black leather jacket, and silver spikes with high top sneakers and neon green fingerless gloves. Her hair is up in a ponytail.
Did you go back and watch Tim Burton's Batman movies to get like the themes of like the 90s grunge / pop rock? Never mind, continue.
Did you get drunk before that sentence?
Apparently.
Did you eat a bunch of pop rocks? Is that what happened?
I'm so glad you dug your own grave. I'm just gonna sit here and let you finish.
Answer the question, Gears.
You know what?
What?
Tim Burton didn't
quiet in
invent
your
that
hole.
aesthetic.
He did
Okay.
not.
Danny Elfman is a national treasure.
All right, here's the question that will tell us
Danny
the
Elfman.
most. The latest Batman you watched, how many nipples?
6.
Ew.
That
Nipples
movie-
is weird.
That movie is mostly red and purple. There's very little neon green, and I was very disappointed.
I was talking about the one where Robin's introduced. I think that's the second or third one. I don't remember. It's been so long.
I did not watch the third one of that one, but they are not the latest movies I've seen of the Batman series. So
No, those movies are kind of getting there now.
What?
Getting there?
The latest Batman movie I saw is
by getting there.
and he has weird nipples.
They are old enough to drink, is what I'm saying, Gears. Those movies are old enough to drink.
Yeah, the first one came out in the 80s.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Getting there. That's what I'm saying.
They're
All I
all
said.
old
They're
enough to
already
get
there.
He means
Already
getting
there.
to their midlife crisis.
Which
I
is
appreciate
where the
Tony
nipples
understands
come
my
in.
destiny.
This is not at all like the time or place like for that kind of conversation. If you want to do that, we can do that on my channel on another day. Saturday
purging
would be
zombies?
great.
Saturday morning, 10 o'clock.
Let's
no,
go.
not morning. Fuck, I
You
won't
there,
be up.
base square.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
already doing another stream at 10. It's fine.
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, fuck it. Yeah, let's throw it all together. Let's throw it all together.
No.
We'll discuss the
I actually
Batman
have this
movies.
Saturday. I can do it.
Sweet.
No.
All right. So Amelia is demonstrating the visibility thing as she just sits on the ground and is able to mention where the kids are by location. While there's also, off to the side, if Nash, well, we'll just say there is obviously a Karen walking around going, "Where's my kid?" Not realizing they're on stage running around. There are electrical currents. There is, buzzing, hissing, steam, all kinds of noise going around in the area. There's also all kinds of smells from popcorn and sugar powdered funnel cakes. We'll just say it. Goodies, all kinds everywhere.
Nom. Fair food. Just fair
Yeah.
food.
So much fair food. Hot dogs.
Are there any butter people?
I guess the question that Nash is
That is such
really
a
trying
Midwest
to
question.
answer in all of this is like, he's there, but he also, that there was the thought that the party had, and he's the only one currently available, apparently, to check it out, so he's there by himself. Because he checked and no one answered, so, but he's currently looking for, like, there have been people attacking places because of a technological affiliation, effectively. And so he's looking for people that are looking either at the wrong, like, people that obviously aren't there for the purpose of
Ne'er-do-wells.
watching. Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Do a perspective or perception check
Ooh,
with
this-
advantage
Ooh.
because you know what you're looking for.
Well, that's good. That first roll was a 4. Oh, that second roll was much better. A 9.
Woohoo!
A D.
I haven't rolled
you're
above a 10 yet today, y'all.
You're still a little out of your element. There's a lot
of
going
people.
on. There's a lot. Yeah, a lot of people, and they all look very different from what the last area you were in. The last area, everyone was wearing these long robes, very like monotone and simimer as pastel colors from light tan to
Everyone
light
was in
blue and
Assassin's
just-
Creed. Yeah.
not quite. No, actually, very not that.
I know. I'm just giving you hell.
More like monks and churchgoers and a lot of Catholic long white robes. But this is very much inner city kind of stuff. A little something similar to what you're used to from Warfburg, but also very very punk. A lot of petticoat type skirts and fishnet stockings or leather jackets. Kind of what Ramita might have looked like in her teens or 20s, you imagine.
As
and
Nash
Viper
is,
Like RoboCop. It looks like RoboCop, the original.
so Nash is sort of making his way around the crowd, and I imagine that he keeps getting distracted from this search because he keeps like running into people, and so he keeps looking up and taking a few steps and then bumping into people. Excuse me. Sorry.
And
Sorry,
you
didn't mean to
get
step on
weird
your foot.
looks, but only from the fact that you're apologizing. No one cares that you bumped into them. In fact, you see other people bumping into each other, and no one says anything, but you say, "Oh, sorry," and they're like, "The fuck?"
Oh, let me just scooch on past you right there.
That gets
Change
some
it
wide
to-
eyes.
Oop. Sorry,
I'm
didn't
calling
mean
it
to cut
now.
you there.
Sorry.
Wolfburg is
Jeez,
the Midwest,
sorry.
baby.
Where's the
No,
butter
this is
people?
Ithros. This is Ithros. This is the
Oh,
invention.
I know. He's
Okay,
from
okay.
Wartburg. I'm calling it now. We're the
Okay.
home of poutine. Let's go.
Oh, good pull. Good pull.
Very good.
Ah, very good, very good. Anyway,
So, yeah,
This
you
is
got
a
a lot of
collaborative-
people.
This is a collaborative universe right now. It's
Collaborative chaos.
I mean,
own
these are
this.
your. You can have your origin stories. Yeah, sure.
oh yeah.
Do I find Nash apologizing to these assholes that are around him?
Absolutely. He kind of sticks out as a sore thumb, both because of his orcish stature, because everyone I've mentioned, there's no orcs. The halfling, the dwarf, the human, that's the general populace of this area. He's definitely not only one of the tallest people, but he's also apologizing a lot. So if you don't spot him right away, you see the crowd around him that is like looking up and go, what the fuck? All right.
Whistles to Nash, trying to get his attention.
Nash spins around and accidentally elbows somebody else, and has to apologize again.
That they will take because like elbowing someone is kind of they're like, that's right, whatever.
7 foot tall. There's a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people that aren't 6 foot tall in this crowd, meaning there's a lot of people at elbow height.
Right.
Or
Also,
you're,
knee
like,
height. You
knuckle
will
height.
knee someone in the face.
It's like that scene from the only movie I can think of was Ice Age when Manny is walking and like all the other people are getting angry because he's walking in the opposite direction. It's the only thing
Sure.
I could think of right now.
So yeah, you see Boston and you head on over saying hi, what's up?
Couple of things. Boston at this point, he's probably grabbed that really crappy but it's somewhat addicting hot chocolate that you get at fairs.
Sure.
He's got 2 cups of it. He'll offer one to Nash.
The fuck have you been?
Just need to take a walk.
For 5 hours? Hell of a walk.
You tell me to get more exercise, don't you?
I'm just saying, like, yeah, but a morning run and a 7-hour walk is a lot.
There's a place that's not too far from here that is used as a cowboy hangout. I was getting there to see if I gather any intel, along with a walk.
Anything good?
A couple of things. Don't apologize to people here. They're all assholes.
I-
A second thing. There is a guy that's coming around. His name's Ghost. He makes me look like an actual saint when it comes to being a cowboy. So we should keep our head a bit low, considering we neglected / turned away a job that was worth a lot of cash.
For the record, my name wasn't on the books yet, so
That's true.
you did that.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean,
That's just like the whole group sort of thing, because if they're seen with me, they're going to come after you as well, is what I'm trying to say.
does this ghost person have identifying features? Like, do they...
Yeah, and Nash, as you asked this, Boston relays to you that this ghost person kind of looks similar to what you might think a ghost. He's very albino type with reddish hue around his eyes. It may be from, pigmentation birth, or it could be that, staring at screens or some other, allergy kind of thing. Don't know. Nobody questions. Black hair, long, tied up in a ponytail, usually just kind of hanging down, and usually wears really rather dark clothing. If not, it's like just long trench coat type stuff. Jeans, black jeans, boots, but it kind of looks like a ghost.
looks
You would
like
think he would stick out in a sore thumb, like in this crowd, but
Is he
considering how
gone?
many people wear black, Is he what?
Gaunt. Like he said, he's ghostly. Does he like? Is his face
Yes.
like, he's gaunt?
Yes. He's tall. He's gaunt. He's thin. Think like very much anime villain kind of. Very thin.
I don't know if you watched Supernatural, but like the actor who played Death was very tall, lengthy, very, very elderly / sickly looking.
Sure.
Rev, I don't know if you have a GIF for him in the meme chat. If you could pull him up.
I was about to, but I was also going to have a comment, and now I don't want to because of what you said.
Oh.
I got it.
Probably
Okay.
for the better.
That works. I was gonna be like, I kind of had a crush on that actor, and then you're like, he looks like he's sickly and dead.
No, he is an attractive man. Don't get me wrong, but if you don't know who he is,
there's
he
definitely
looks
people who are into that.
unwell.
So yeah, that's kind of his jive. What he looks like.
Also, his whole role in the show was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Own that
yeah.
piece up.
Anyway,
So that's
but
what.
yeah. So
Nash,
just, if you see anyone like that, be careful.
Gotcha. So looks warmed over, trench coat, like a ghost. Decided to name themselves Ghost. Are they real theatrical? Because it feels really like there's a theatrical bent to them.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dungeon Master, but you don't give yourself the nickname. It's more of your peers see what you're doing and they give you a nickname. Like you can have a nickname that kind of work. You can have like a last name that kind of works for it. So maybe his last name's Ghost. I don't know. Never met the guy.
It's 50-50. Sometimes it's half and half. Sometimes it's like he literally looks like a ghost, and that's just what people called him. He never actually gave anyone a name, and as far as anyone can tell, that's what he responds to. Because nobody really interacts with him. So that's another part of why he's Ghost, because nobody interacts with him, except for maybe Tom, who gives out the assignments. But yeah, it's kind of like more of a what everyone, hey, who's that ghosty looking fella? And then it kind of stuck.
Yeah.
It sounds like he, maybe
Needs a
be
friend.
an asshole who starts a brand of energy drinks or something. I don't just spitballing there.
I wouldn't. But I also like energy drinks. But yeah, so were you watching the show, or are you just apologizing to everyone that you step on? Boston says, looking at the shorter folk that are walking around.
I didn't want to pace around the apartment anymore.
Yeah, what happened?
What do you mean? What happened? I had my meeting.
Oh no, I will that first and foremost. But like, there was dishes just in my sink, and there was ash on my patio and feathers. I missed something. Either y'all saw some like really like weird cult shit, or it's something entirely different. Either way, I'm not quite sure I want to know.
Well,
Nash.
the dishes were breakfast.
Sure, but why weren't they done?
If you'll recall, the night before, you were like, I so want to learn how to do that.
I also love that Nash's response to, are you guys doing cult shit? And he's like, no, the dishes are from breakfast.
It's so is this a cool place to talk about magic? Is that?
He's gonna look around. Is anyone giving him any attention other than Boston is wearing armor that makes him look like he's a cop, and this guy, there's a 7 foot tall mesh wearing orc.
Oddly enough, you guys kind of fit in.
Yeah.
Maybe not together, but in the crowd, sure. Like Nash is from one area with all the fishnet stockings and the and the bright pink shorts. He fits right in. And you ironically also fit in, but like only ironically, because there are people who are wearing metal officer uniform stuff ironically.
Yeah.
Sorta, yeah, or pieces of them.
I wouldn't be too worried. I mean, the worst thing that someone's gonna happen to you is they're try to click to your SIM chip and try to steal money from you, or they'll try to stab you. But not here. This is kind of a friendly area, from what I know.
Okay. There was magic done.
Okay. On my patio?
Would you have preferred in your living room?
No, but he's just gonna blink. Okay, no one died, I'm assuming, right? Or like there was no like blood sacrifice or anything like that, right?
I mean, Shadow coalesced into a being that is apparently helpful, I think, but
that sounds awfully demonic, Nash. You understand that, right?
It was kind of cool. Not gonna lie.
I didn't say cult shit couldn't be cool. I just said it sounds cultish.
Look. There wasn't like a lot of people chanting. It was one person chanting.
You're not selling. Was it Fenrana? I'm assuming it was Fenrana. I don't give a fuck who it was. I'm just like, was it? Because you didn't do it. And if Baldric was doing it, I didn't.
Was, but you really want to know who it was. This feels like you care who it was.
Well, if Baldric is now learning how to use magic, I think the robot uprising sooner than we thought. And if Ramina's doing it, that's a whole part of her that we don't know about. And you don't know how to do that from what I'm aware of. So I'm assuming is it Fenrana, so I can just give someone a bucket and the brush to wash it when we get home. That's all this is about.
It may or may not be the person who has it was a bird, right?
Yeah.
Who has a
raven. A big old bird.
I think you'll know it when you see it.
Great. But enough about that. That's stuff that can be handled quickly. How'd your meeting go?
Fine. It went fine.
You weren't fired or arrested or anything like that? I'm not in trouble, am I?
Still here. Didn't say your name.
They didn't ask your employer's name?
Not exactly, no. Not. They just kind of checked in.
Sure.
It felt a little bit more like bad therapy.
Oh.
Like, you doing all right? Staying sober. Keeping your nose clean.
Sure.
Got any woes you need to share? Not like good therapy where you actually get shit done.
Yeah,
like bad therapy.
Like the therapist at the prison. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
do you need a drink or something? I think I got something on me.
Or
you just want to stick to the cocoa?
I'm kind of waiting to see if this place implodes. I know with like everywhere we've been where there's been happiness and tech going on, there's been like a bomb shortly after. So I just seeing if I can prevent that, honestly.
Boston's gonna look around. You can tell he's not wearing his helmet. You can tell he's like a little excited at the prospect of a bomb. Probably a little too excited for it. But he looks around like, oh.
All right, that could be a thing.
Make a perception roll.
Perception? I will guidance myself.
Mineself?
Myself.
Was your vacation in Germany?
No. Oh,
no, it was Kansas.
That is where they went camping.
17 total.
A really bad joke.
That was
oh no.
Terrible, but good.
That was beautiful.
That was a really bad joke. Anyway, sorry, y'all.
17, Dungeon Master.
The area is clean. You don't see a single suspect. It's this contest is, or the event around it is usually pretty wholesome, and it's checking to be the same. You see a lot of parents with young kids, teenagers all huddled together, and then the 20-somethings all like either really interested in the stuff or just really interested in each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a fair.
Nash, I appreciate your concern, but like this place is almost like it's not hallowed ground, but like nothing bad happens here because this is the one place where anyone can kind of come together and hang. I'll keep a eye out, but like from what I spotted, I mean the most concerning thing is gonna point to the group of teenagers. They might have some spray paint. Like that might be the worst thing that's here.
I mean, I'm not worried about that, but like, hallowed ground is kind of the point, isn't it?
Well, this isn't like
the last place there was a bomb was hallowed ground.
We can keep an eye out, but also don't be afraid to like, I don't know, get a pretzel. Would you like a pretzel?
Nah.
Is there a Wetzel's around here?
A what?
A Wetzel.
Wetzel's pretzels.
Yeah.
No.
Blasphemy.
How dare.
I mean,
I don't know what a
however,
Wetzel is.
There is, however, a Dreisel's.
I might go get myself a Coney dog. So, like, if you want to stick with me, you can. Or if you want to go, like, perusing, I mean, you can.
Annie's. There's an Annie's.
There you go. If you want, I know they have one of those hats that has a drink in it, so you could have a drink hat if you want to go pick one of those up. I mean, it's a fair. Keep in calm reach. Don't stay too far.
Actually, can you get me a bagel dog from Uncle Annie's?
That sounds fantastic. You want onions, mustard? Like, what do you want on it?
I mean, obviously.
Well, do you want it loaded is what I'm asking.
You didn't bring your lunch Granny made for you?
Uh-oh.
She did make you a lunch.
Did she?
She packed you a lunch.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I remember 2 weeks ago, but yes.
I do not remember that.
I wasn't in the notes.
So then, that's because there were
notes that don't exist.
Yeah,
it's my
who
dad.
let that
That's
happen?
So for the
We
record,
all failed
I would
that.
Our
like
note taker
to-
wasn't here. I mean, like,
I would like to say
Not our
that
fault.
Nash would have snacked on them at the apartment before he came out.
It
Because
probably was gone before he even got to the street.
no, that's no. I mean, he would have eaten it after. He was not super hungry before the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But he would have eaten it maybe afterwards. So,
Okay. Acceptable.
but he still wants a
Did we keep
pretzel
track
dog
of how
from
much
Uncle
money we
Annie's.
gave him?
So the event goes on without a hitch, and we find the winner is named Amelia. And it is a very close call between Amelia and the other one with the hide and seek kids. I forget what his name. Not Tilly.
The gnome.
The
Yeah.
Was that Stonefist?
No, that was
Stonefist was the rated
Aaron.
champion.
The half elf Aaron. So Stonefist did not win. They were actually last. It goes Amelia, Aaron, Tilly, and then Grumble and Bofer. So
seeing Strong Fist, the one that lost. Actually, Boston is gonna be like, "Hey, you wanna do something nice for these people?" They just put it on display and they didn't seem like they won.
What's the nice thing?
I was just gonna like get them a beer or something.
You want to get the children a beer?
No, not the children. He's gonna point them to the contestants that lost.
The contestants, I'm pretty sure, are children. Aren't they
Are
children?
they children?
no.
Okay.
they're adults.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a
they're-
young inventors, like, kids thing. The way that...
No.
Everyone
These
is a
are-
child today.
I was under
There
the
are
impression
no more
that everyone was a kid.
There were children that were
There are
assisting them
two
slash doing
kids
things.
running
Yeah.
around on stage playing hide and go seek because one of them is able to see through walls and the other one is able to identify where their location is without looking. Like, that's it.
So
And there's
it's
children
okay.
with parents, but there's nobody in the contest with. Y'all are
Yeah.
I
hung
got it in
up
my
on
head
their
forever
children
ago
shit.
that at the poster, for like 2-3 sessions ago, it said something about like kids or youth.
It
But,
did.
Utes.
I can see why you would see that, Tony. I looking back at my notes, I can see why you would say that. That's okay.
I don't know. That's your notes. I don't remember saying anything about youth or children.
Everyone's youth to granny, except for the one other granny.
That's fine. That's fine. But
I was gonna get,
this
like,
isn't an adult entry, like 18 and up for humans and like certain other ages for different other people. These are people.
Asian majority by race.
What is it with race and you people?
Anyway, I was thinking of getting like a beer, see if they want some like pork rinds or something.
Sure. Yeah. We can get this what 5-6 beers.
Yeah, 2 for each of the dwarves, and then we get 1 for the half elf, 1 for the halfling.
Just because, so they each get different.
I've never seen a dwarf that didn't like to drink.
Stereotype, anyway.
See?
That's a Boston thing. That's a Boston thing. It's not a Brett thing, for the record.
Okay, but you're presenting. I'm
just bringing the drinks over.
I'm just gonna hold stuff for you.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a kind deed for people that put themselves up on stage and didn't have the best luck. You know. Nothing crazy. Nothing chaotic. No plans.
We're gonna steal their money anyway.
There's only money prizes for the first 2.
Yeah. And if we ain't allowed to get enough, we just have one of the hands just offer them the drinks. Like, that's it.
Sure.
So I'll buy 8 beers or something equivalent to that. Gears.
8 beers.
Sure.
Yeah, 4 for each of the door. No, I'm just kidding.
And how many for the children?
Butterbeer for them.
No.
Symbol.
Okay, so as I figure out how much that is, let's check in with the other 3 on their ride back, who will show up after our break.
Thank you.
We're already on break?
Yeah, it's 11:15.
Yeah,
It's been a while, honey.
For over an hour already.
Yeah.
Oh, darkness is so like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
All right.
Time.
Well then, we'll be right back, y'all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Available in
Why
every
did it,
vending
like-
machine in the red light district,
Including at the orphanage.
including at the orphanage. 10% off.
Look, if you need extra energy at the orphanage, take Tubby. But if it lasts more than 4 hours, go see a doctor.
You can find the
The
discount.
doctor
Who's
at
your
this
mom now?
city might just cut off the bits. Let's face
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, that ad made me sweaty.
Yeah, you good, man? How's your throat feeling? Like,
I love the fact that like the 3 of us were absolutely trying to hackle you the whole way through. And you're like, "Fuck man, go, go, go!"
Completely ignore us.
The more shit we give him while he does it, the faster he does it,
And the
which makes it worse.
And the more he like zoned you guys out, and it was perfect. That was awesome. Thanks for that. We are back, and we're going to check in with the other half of the group, who is on the ride back. We're starting at noon, and by the time the conversation is over, we're going to assume that they are back in town, and able to catch the very last end of the festivals and stuff, or the contest at least. What is on the minds of Ramita, Finrana, and Baldric as they return from their little visit with Grandpa, Grandma, Grandperson, Hellmaker?
Grandma Hillmaker. I'm assuming we're listening to like the heaviest of metal. Because
Who's in charge of the radio?
Well, I mean, to be
Rita?
fair, like out of the three of us, Fen listens to heavy metal. I think it was said Baldric listens to heavy metal.
But it's actual metal. That's heavy.
Like actual, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. It's like clang, clang, clang.
It's industrial metal is what it would be.
Oh, okay.
But I agree. The heaviest of metal.
Heaviest of metal. Okay, cool.
Have you opened the notebook at all? Taken a peek?
Oh, absolutely. While they're doing this, while we were driving back, Fen would most definitely just dive right into whatever they can with the book and hope to avoid the topic of going to their house.
So that was surprisingly pleasant. I was expecting like it to be harsher for some reason. Because when you said that someone was studying the history behind it, I was expecting someone to be like an asshole that wanted to like take over the world type personality, not this adorable, sweet old lady who's older than me.
You did make it seem like it was going to be more of a thing.
So, the way I understood it, the way I process it, people who study things don't oftentimes actually reflect what they're studying. Like myself, magic is chaos incarnate, and I have to have organization. You see, so it's... Just because it is our subject matter does not reflect who we are. That being said, she was indeed a lot nicer than I thought she was going to be.
She was very open about it too. And
That is unfortunately a side effect of no one taking interest in your matters, and therefore the moment someone does, you just, like, overflow.
oh, so that's why
Not
you really wanted to
speaking from
Nash.
Roll
Damn.
a d4 for that psychic damage.
Damn.
You're not wrong. No.
I love you, Tony.
That was also
That-
Granny just not even
Oh.
realizing.
Owie. Owie.
Granny took a level of Bard to use vicious mockery.
Uh-huh. Just, like, straight to the heart. Cool.
You're about to say not from experience. Even better.
I was 100% about to say not from experience. That's what you want to teach, Nash. You're not wrong. No, that's... Thank you. The study of the arcane, even in Auroran, is typically not widely accepted. At least the realm in which I focus my studies.
And what's your focus?
The historics of it, how magic and technology developed, and how they work together, how they oppose each other, just how everything in our system currently developed into what we use nowadays. Because magic in the past, before technology was a thing, it was vastly different. It was the main focus of anyone who was a scholar. Now it is largely viewed as archaic or forgotten.
So, if we're... It's so hard for me to believe that people just view it so, like, weird. You know, growing up as a kid, and my mom used to talk about magic all the time. Gears, would that be a thing?
Yes. Your mother, think of it as like family recipe handed down. Grandma or Granny Ramita would have learned a few things with her mom, just basic stuff. It may not have retained, hence the class is very different, but her mother would have done dishes with it, laundry, fixed the clothing, and it would have been a common sight. Think the Weasley's house with stuff moving around just because.
Okay. So yeah, I was around it my whole life. Like, it's just weird to think that people see it as archaic. It helped.
Archaic doesn't mean it didn't help. It just simply means it's outdated.
But what's outdated about something helping you in the house? Like, I still use a kitchen knife. Knives are helpful. They're not outdated.
And then technology came along, and a lot of the things that magic did, technology took over. And therefore, those viewed as mundane helpers, largely fell to the wayside.
It just doesn't make sense to me, because, like, I have this at my house already. I can do it myself, but now I'm going out to buy something to do it for me?
Yes. That's... So much was lost in the transference from civilization focusing on the arcane to focusing solely on technology. And there are multiple theories nowadays where they have just completely intermingled. They are one entity in a way. Though there's not enough people looking into it to know any definitive answers.
That's actually pretty cool. So you went to school all for that? Like, this is what...
Originally, I went to school just to study. In Auroran, that's what we do. We go, we study, we find some way to be of use.
Oh, so everyone has to go to school?
Yes. There's a reason why Auroran is one of the forefronts in knowledge. Ithros is top in technology. Auroran is where we find the information for that technology.
I kind of thought it was just a bunch of people with their noses stuck in bad places.
I'm sure a certain degree of my own design probably comes from that.
Very possibly. Or if not the design originally, the troubleshooting and overwriting that got it to its current state. Many of Ithros' ideas and technologies are oftentimes sent to Auroran to be double-checked or simply troubleshooted. I am right on that, right? That's what I understood.
Back and forth, yes. People will invent stuff in Ithros and send it to Auroran to be of use for further advancement of knowledge gathering, and then back and forth they have new knowledge, they send it to Ithros, or Ithros makes... It's kind of a symbiotic type of relationship.
Thriving on each other. One cannot exist without the other.
No. Sorry, I'm broken.
Damn it.
I need new friends.
But you had no friends.
No friends would be better. Oh no.
Sorry.
The bad friends are the
You are home.
You are home.
You just got there. I feel unsafe in this environment. No.
Not that we can fix.
Very wrong, Blade.
So, when we go to your hometown, are you going to see your professor?
Most definitely. He is one of my main links into the academia there. As well as the fact he is my overseer within the Lumen thing. There's also the troublesome fact of we had to figure out how to get you into Auroran. Baldric is covered via me. And we do, unfortunately, have to go back.
Shouldn't the paperwork be gone through by now?
Debatable. It's a process. I separated it out into your attachment to me and then other such files uploading, but it's unfortunately the downside of bureaucracy is it takes so much time. So much time.
I mean, how hard would it be for me to get another like visa attachment to get over there for my travels?
How do I know how hard it is for people to get into Auroran?
No, you do not.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Being somebody who grew up there and was born there, that is not a question.
That's not a thing I would even know.
However, going to school. Actually, you know what? Roll a d12 for me.
D12?
D12.
Okay. Let me find a D12. That's a 20. Is that a 12? That's a 12. 9.
Okay, so you would have picked up a few things on, say, college application forms. Since your character decided to pay for their own schooling after such a time, certain like student loans and stuff, there are little sections on forms that were curious because they did not apply to you, but you didn't expect to see anything like that for people coming out of
from outside of Auroran.
Yeah, and it would be along the lines of, you get the idea that it requires a lot of work to come into that state, be approved to be there for any long period of times, just on education alone, let alone to just come and visit. It's, certain areas may be a touristy thing, but that's nowhere near where you're going to be headed. So you could get Ramita in for just visiting tourist stuff, but it would be even more of a process to get her into your school to meet your professor. That alone, you could probably rationale be like, yeah, it's difficult, but you don't know the extent of how difficult.
Yeah, unfortunately, Auroran is rather choosy with the people who are allowed to come in.
I mean, can we just sneak me in a bag or something?
I do not particularly want to have that while going back to report to my job and ask for documents.
It's worse than trying to claim a fruit through international air.
Yeah, but we are claiming a fruit.
She's more like a raisin, but
That's
Now I need
that was mean. Wow.
Trust me, it's no.
And Tony's falling asleep.
How long was
It's
the paperwork that Boston did for Nash? Like, how long did that take? Should I just tell Nash to hire me?
That'd be
a Boston question, not a Nash question.
either a Boston. You can either straight up ask Boston later, or you can do an intelligence check to see if you remember anything about that.
Okay. And
You could be Nash's attaché. A Nash taché.
Yeah, I like the idea of
I
Ramita
like-
working for Nash, working for Boston.
that is a beautiful. One sec, I gotta check if I have any pluses.
It'd be straight up intelligence modifier.
That's a beautiful number 4.
Yeah, no, you still don't know if he got approved or if it's like only a name.
To be fair, right after that is when Boston punched a hole in that wall, and you were like, "Damn!" So there's probably not much about that day. That you
Oh
know
yeah, no,
beforehand.
absolutely. Beyond Boston putting a crack into this hard concrete, vase sculpture, that's the highlight of that whole day. That's it.
Everything
You
else
still
is
want
a blur.
Yeah, you still want to fight Boston for that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna ask Fen, did Nash ever get approved? Like, how long did that take?
No one, as I know of yet, has gotten approved. I entered in all of U3, technically U4, though the fourth is now redundant, and I need to work on that. At the same time, so I'm sort of waiting on all of you. And I'll
No, I
check.
mean, shouldn't. Wait, I thought Boston could travel between places, like, pretty easily. And then you
Boston
put Nash
slightly
under his
can
wing.
because he is a cowboy, but that's their thing. He is officially on Boston's paperwork, I believe. Therefore, I put Boston in with his work attachment through Nash. And then I put you and Baldric in as separate entities, though Baldric is now, once again, redundant. I need to update my paperwork again. Fuck.
Well, wait, I'm gonna see if Boston can hire me too. Put us all under one entity. And by see if he can, I'm gonna tell him he should. Because either that or we're forging crap, and I don't know any forgeries.
No,
I feel
no,
like
yeah.
the hair on Finrana's neck and arms just stood straight up with that word forging.
We can't do that one. We can't do that one.
I mean, I think I can actually.
Please
And
don't, though.
If you can't do it, won't the... Wait, do I know that Rick is forged?
There's forge and there's foraging.
But
And there's foraging.
And there's Warforged.
And there's forging.
and there's Battle Forge.
A warforge who forges foraging.
Do I know that
docu-
his name and stuff is fake?
No.
Okay.
I'll have you know that all of Rick's stuff is real.
It's pretty spot on. Like, it would take a lot to actually realize it's not correct.
Blade, I'm gonna need you to clip that.
Okay.
Can
Well,
we make
I'll
that
just-
like the drop-in video for the whole channel?
What?
Anytime
All of
somebody
it.
comes on, all of Rick is real.
Oh God.
None of it's forged. Sorry, go ahead.
Welcome to Rick's Rolls Royce, where everything is very real.
Let's get real
Oh my lord.
in the real world.
Now that I'm thinking about that, I am checking on really quickly if there's any updates to the paperwork that I submitted to them.
So kind of like a
Because it was a couple of days ago
right,
that
but
I
kind
got.
of. So the
their
update
stuff
is
in.
somewhat like a download file camera thing. It says 3 of 5 documents have been processed.
Do I know which ones? And the
No.
answers?
No,
Damn it.
it's just 3 out of 5.
Cool.
Why would you get to know?
Cool. I will probably have to contact someone there to figure out what standing on that is currently.
Yeah, because I only got like another 20 hours
24
here, maybe.
hours. Yeah, we had 48.
Yeah. And I'm
When
gonna
we first
check my
got here.
time.
And it was already like... oh, that's right, you have a timer.
Yeah, I'm gonna check my timer gears.
Yeah. Your timer, so you're headed back. It's about, we'll say it's about 2 when you check. You're mostly back from your visit. You have 29 hours left.
Is Granny gonna turn into a pumpkin?
No, she's gonna get the cops called on her.
She's gonna be
they are going to
escorted in a
follow her.
carriage.
GPS.
You guys are gonna have to freaking go pick me up at my home.
Oh no.
At this point, then, Rana, you'll notice as Ramita's checking her time, as you're coming up onto the city again, it looks from this angle strangely a little bit like home. Now, it's not whimsy in that you don't see any of the aquatic or high mountaintops, scenic aesthetics. Mm-hmm. But there is a lot of sleek designs. There are a lot of... It's also a little bit like Vorak.
Architecture.
The architecture is very reminiscent. It's very sleek. It's very... it's not at all the type of dirty, oil-laden, brass warehouse type
that we had walked into before
from the other angle to basically go to Boston's apartment. But from what you see, it's the technology has definitely been reflected in the architecture, and it's very similar to Auroran. It just it doesn't have all the whimsy stuff that your home does, but it definitely looks like it's a twin or partner of your hometown. So it does reflect, all the windows are up, so you have certain buildings that look like bright, shiny beacons of stars or sun. And there's also some greenery alongside some of the buildings. So it's very beautiful in its kind of home-ec type of way.
Yeah.
So Emerald has
No
hydration.
I've been drinking this whole stream. No.
Drink some more.
I
Drink
hydrated.
Tony, I appreciate the fact that to open your drink, instead of doing like a normal person, you held it up to camera and then posed to open it and then took your drink.
I did it specifically to see who would notice and what the faces would be, and yours was priceless.
I see everything. You'll never get it by me. Get it, but words. You'll never words.
English gets over you sometimes. But
Never gonna give you up.
You have no room to speak.
Never
Brett.
gonna let you down.
It's very true, but I'm aware.
At this point, I think we can safely say that you guys have entered into the city limits. The buildings are massive, high above you. You see the lights of the signals of the cars, the hover cars, the lower level of where you're at, segways. It's a beautiful display of different colors, neon greens, yellows, pinks, blues, and purples. Just all over the place. The traffic is a little congested as the contest is sort of winding down. The winners have been named and people are leaving. Many of them who only came for the contest, but there's also a good amount of traffic still there. Parking is going to be questionable at best. So what would the crew like to do at that point?
I guess figure out where our friends are to figure out whether or not we're just heading back to Boston's apartment or if we're heading somewhere else that they might have met up at, because we know nothing.
Yeah.
So the GPS will show that they are in the park still. Where are you guys, Nash in Boston?
I mean, we would have tried to talk to the contest winners and just give them their drinks if we could. If we couldn't get close enough, we would just say, hey, these are your drinks for you guys.
Hang on.
I wouldn't have, if there was, security, he would have said, these are just drinks for them. We just got them right there. And then make sure they get them, and then if they see us, wave, and then just back up and ask Nash if he'd want to go to the cowboy hang-out area or if he wants to head back. Do you know when they're getting back? I was out of the loop.
So 2 of them are amiable to socializing. We'll say the winner, Amelia, and Tilly.
Oh.
The 3rd place. 2nd place, probably their expectations were too high or something. They just are packing up, leaving. The losers, well, 4th and 5th place are packing up their stuff and are just like, no, don't talk to me. I'm, you know, especially the reigning champ, is just like, nah,
I'm done. Go away.
Yeah.
I'm antisocial, smart person. Go away, please.
Yeah. Already, you know, nitpicking and critiquing what they did and what they could have done better, and etc. But yeah, if you wanted to have a conversation with either of those contestants, we can do that, or you just say you handed off drinks and...
For conversation.
Okay. Tilly is this bright, young, very talkative person. She's in her hover chair.
Firecracker? She seems like a firecracker.
Oh, frick yeah, she is. But she's more of a, you know, she'll tuck your ear off because she's just that bright. She knows a lot about a lot of things. She has so much to say. And people are just generally nice to her, so she has no reason to really be, you know, a grimace about anything. And she's happy with her 3rd place position. You know, like this was, we'll say this was her first contest. So she's just like, yeah, 3rd place is great. Like, it could have been so much worse. And I just thought, you know, these hands, they're really cool because I can have them do all kinds of things. You know, juggling was just a trick for people to, you know, whatever. But I usually use them for, like, I'll have 1, 2 in the kitchen making me something to eat. And then these other 2 I'll use to, you know, fix my computers and get underneath while I'm at, you know, on the chat board of my, you know, little home brew, you know, MMORPG, and like, so, you know, it's just, they're really cool. And sometimes, you know, like, I'll sometimes have them use, you know, makeup and hair. Like, I've heard some comments about it, but that's not really my priority list. Like, I'd much rather have a, you know, somebody actually said I should use them to code my own program. And I think, you know, that's what we're going to do next when I get home. So, and she's just blah, 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 blah. Like, everything might be over Boston's head, but she's 100%. Just like...
But he's just talking and letting her listen and asking a couple questions that she's probably already answered, but she had to simplify it for him, realizing he's probably not the smartest tool in the shed, but he bought her free drinks, you know? Free drinks are free drinks.
Oh, absolutely. You estimate her age, since she's like a halfling, to be around 30, which is 18 for humans. Yeah. And then the other person, once you're able to pry away from her, Amelia, who had the, you know, locate object or persons within a certain range, is kind of just sitting there, like, sort of packing up, but just, like, still... the kids came over, like, can we play this, blah, blah, blah. They want to still mess with their stuff even after the competition is done. And she's like, okay, whatever, and shows one of the kids how to use it.
Boston would have given Tilly a one of his business cards in case she ever needs any if she ever needs any sort of security or muscle, just in case if you ever go to a party or anything like that, or you know, you just want to chat. I'm always willing to listen. Just hand her that card.
Yeah, she takes it with one of the electronic hover hands and just like, absolutely, that's great. I can definitely use that. And
those are pretty fucking cool, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. I thought they were cool too. And she like, one of them is like flipping her hair, and the other one, like her actual hands are like in her pockets,
Oh, yeah.
or like, you know, just chilling. But those, they're just all over the place doing all kinds of things. And
he would have asked for her autograph. I'm sure there was like a pamphlet or like a brochure for like this event, right? You know how typically like you go to like fairs or like a map
that you would know about.
Now there might have been like a playbill kind of thing. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. He probably would have asked for Tilly's autograph, and it's not Amelia. What's her name?
Yeah, it was Amelia.
Amelia. Yes, I got
Amelia
it.
Wow. Pond.
Nice, Tilly and Amelia.
I did. I thought I spelled it wrong.
Yeah, like Amelia.
Right.
Like Amelia Earhart. Yeah, it's Amelia.
And they said it couldn't be done.
She'll use the digital hands and she'll like sign her name. We're like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Anywho, Amelia is just very quiet and chill and just
our
like
stream just crashed. Oh, there we are.
I
have a commercial.
Happen.
maybe that was
They
it.
have a commercial.
For me, it just went offline.
Yeah, black screen and then
Yeah, the
Oh.
Twitch app went down on my end, but I'm back up.
It wasn't
Chat,
very
are
long.
you still here?
'cause,
We're back.
Emerald says we're back.
Yeah.
It crashed and
So-
fixed itself. Yeah.
Okay.
And was yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
See, we're
So,
not
yeah.
crazy. They saw it too.
Amelia is just chill and quiet and just whatever.
Timer is under a minute, so it's probably a new recording.
Oh no.
Oh, we're gonna have to stitch that.
That sounds like a future Tony problem.
Oh no, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Well done, ma'am. He'll say walking up.
Yeah, thanks. That was fun. You know, it's my second one. I figured they needed something a little more impressive than last time, so yeah.
Giving her beat off her. Does she seem happy that she won?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
She's just quiet and like the very opposite of Tilly.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I thought I'd give the Victa some beers if they'd like it, and he'll bring over 2 of the beers. Because you said the other 3 were really interested in talking / getting drinks. So
no,
But
the other
extra-
3 kind of like you go up to offer and be like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
good job, and like either they don't respond or of course the champion is just gruff, like get the fuck out of my face.
yeah,
I don't want to talk to anybody.
Very grumpy.
Peasant.
Grumps.
brought some beers for the Victors if you want one.
I appreciate it. Did you? I don't think you got one without any. And what's that one? I'm sure certain kind of beer that is like diet
O'Doul's?
specific. Huh?
Oh,
O'Doul's?
a life.
No, diet specific. So like one that's.
Life.
Some people don't drink alcohol when they're dieting.
That is true.
I don't know.
Oh,
I'm thinking. Yeah. So she asks, and you can roll if you want to see if you did consider
Sure.
that, or okay. We'll do a DC of 12.
It's cocked. Land on another die.
Oof.
Natural 20.
Hey, so you got like one of every type, and you just happen to get the one that she's able to have, and like, absolutely, thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, sure.
So what brought you to the contest? Like, I know a lot of people want to check out the stuff, but you don't seem like the. I mean, not offense, but you look like you're.
I'm as dumb as bricks, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, okay. I mean, you shouldn't call yourself that, but like, I get
I'm-
it. But, like,
pretty hot. I mean, this is a place to make contacts. I'm a cowboy, actually. Hired muscle, or just hired hand for any sort of work, and it's always good to make people that are up and coming in, you know, any sort of line of work. And also, as much as I don't understand it, it's impressive what you're able to do with your gizmos. I know gizmos is a terrible term to describe, but you know what I'm trying to say.
it's not. Yeah, no, like, my family's like you. They're not here. They don't get it either. So like,
Well,
it's fine.
I'm a little new here. I missed. What did you actually win with all this?
So like every year they do a different like guest prize, which is, you know, sometimes really cool, sometimes kind of lame, but this what everyone enters in for is credits. Yeah, I got like pretty dope amount of credits. I was thinking I was get maybe second because, you know, Borf usually gets the first. At least he has for the last 5 years. But
you say Borf?
Yeah, Borf. It's not his name, but
Wasn't it Bofer?
It was Bofer.
it's Bofor. But
For Bofer.
Is it
So it's
that's
an
what they were calling it? I just want to make
intentional
sure I understood.
no, yeah, it's Bofor. But like,
Might be a pet
They are
name
calling
for
him
friends.
Borf.
yep,
Borf.
they are
Okay.
calling him Borf.
Is it like insultingly, like that's barf, or
You have to
I'm
roll
not
an
there, I don't
insight
know.
check.
Never mind.
You'll have to roll an
And-
insight check.
I'm sorry, I'm curious and I'm not there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They're their own best friend.
Good pull, Spaceballs.
So yeah,
Well, considering you got a lot of coin on you, want any extra protection to your place of residency, ma'am?
are you asking me on a date?
Possible pause. Like that's not what I meant, but sure.
I have to think about it.
My name is Boston Jones. This is my associate, protege, hired hand. We're a cowboy company.
Okay.
Private security.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, I have heard of cowboys. Usually they're like going after, criminals, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but you guys do bodyguards too?
Just depends on what the contract requires at the time.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll let you know, but, no, like, the contest, like, it's good, Mount. I have to look at it. And she pulls up her hollow, which is in her glove. And it shows the flyer that everyone else seems to, have gotten, and the grand prize winning amount is We'll do 40 gig.
A lot.
That is 40.
It's a lot of money.
It's, and she's like, yeah, it is. But it's like kind of needed because it helps with like startups and like further, cause it, like I wanted to like make this into a product for everyone to use, or if I just wanted to, fund any future projects, it's kind of like, it's a big deal.
You need testers?
For what?
I mean, if you're repping this out for everybody to use, you can't just use yourself as a tester. You got to get, say, a diverse crew that's going to get in a lot of different situations to try these things out.
Oh, yeah.
The proudest smiles on
Good
Boston's
testing.
face. Just looking at him, just...
Oh, you mean like prototypes? Yeah, like that's what the money would be for, sure. But yeah, or like depending on who you are, where you're from, like it might be a year's worth of, food and rent.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, of course that comes first, but I'm just trying to see if we can help each other. You know what I mean?
I'm not hiring.
Well, in case you're ever in the business for it, and he'll pull out one of his business cards. And I would request, Amelia, and he'll open up to another page that doesn't have Tilly's name on it, an autograph for the winner. A couple of our folks didn't make it out here to see the performance, and I'm sure they'd love to chat with you. We got some real smart, we got a smart folk with us that probably you two would get along with peas in a pod.
Okay. I kind of have like social anxiety, but
Don't worry, so do they.
okay.
Don't worry, so do they. They're the same. It's fine.
I guess.
Boston is not far from the perfect negotiator. Do not worry.
So, like, I guess, do I need to also put my number so that you can, like, if you wanted to pick me up, or
Whatever you're comfortable with.
okay, and she'll do that. She'll like sign it and then put her phone number, her SIM chip address underneath.
Is it legible or is it like scribbled?
Is it nervous like writing? Like when people you had a crush on you, try to bring a yearbook to you so you could sign in it, and they would like freak out as like you're writing in it.
It's 50-50. The signature is illegible, but it came out so smooth and so swift. Like it's been used on documents before. The information for the chip, that's a little closer to chicken scratch. Like nervous, like oh my god, this is But whether or not Boston can read it, you're gonna have to roll for that.
Roll for it.
I'll
roll
guide
D20
myself. That's not bad. That says 17 with a guidance, with not adding any intelligence modifier. I don't have an intelligence modifier.
The lines that are supposed to be straight aren't straight, but you can still read it.
Yeah, Boston does not have good penmanship. I want to get very clear.
Here is straight.
Tony?
That is not confirmable.
He's straight passing.
There we go.
That face kind of says otherwise.
That face says,
yeah, he's technically married to a woman, but like.
I zoned
Brett's
out
technically
for
married to a
almost
woman.
6 seconds. I take a second to look at the stream and not pay attention to what's said, and all of a sudden,
Tony straight.
Does your wife know about this, Tony?
I mean, technically no one is because we all have edges, like curves.
You know, that's fair. That's
oh my
Why are you
god.
talking about edging on stream, Darkness?
Rev, go put yourself in the closet. No,
Again,
no,
See
better
the
yet,
size
just go
of the
straight to
space
the
I'm
toilet.
in?
Go to the
Anyway.
toilet.
At this
All these
point,
walls.
Put your
at
head
this
in the
point,
toilet.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Amelia, and well done again on winning.
thanks. Yeah, it was fun.
Enjoy your beer, and he'll take one of the beers that Nash was holding and just chug it, because that was not how the conversation was supposed to go. And just, all right.
you need another.
And put it into a slick win. Nah, I'm fine.
We got what, like 4 beers left now? Because
I mean, push comes to shove, we just wait and give him to Ramita.
The GPS will say that your companions are within the area. They're probably 2 or 3 blocks away from the square that the fair is in. But, like, they're moving. So, like, maybe they're looking for a parking spot or a way to get in with all the traffic. You could probably contact them now if you wanted to.
I'll ping Baldric, because I'm assuming he's attached to the aux cord so that he can share the call.
Boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo.
What is this crap? Turn it off. Go back to the metal.
What? Why?
Master Boston, yes.
Hey, Baldric.
Oh.
We were jamming back there.
How'd your trip go?
It was fruitful, I'd say.
Cool.
It was wonderful. You would have loved her.
Cool. Me and Nash are together. We're actually at the festival. It's over now, but we were able to talk to the winner and one of the other contestants.
What did you learn?
They're very, very bright. I think I set up a date for myself.
Congratulations.
It wasn't the we're away from the stage, by the way. Like, that wasn't like the plan. I was trying to just get a contact in case, they just won 40 G's. So, like, it's kind of a lot of cash we walk around in. But just more contacts, people that are up and coming in.
I mean, it's not typically cash.
That's true.
But
this time it is.
It's
But
really
cash.
not, but
It is when you don't have a steady income.
Sean says this under their breath to Baldric. Not really.
Yeah. The two people born with platinum spoons. Oh, sorry. One person crafted with a platinum spoon. Yeah. The other one had one placed in their mouth delicately. Don't understand money problems. Oh, that tracks.
$100,000. What are they going to buy lunch?
I was just trying to get some
Skid
contacts.
problem. Let's go.
Just making contacts and.
This
What
is
were
why
the
I play D&D,
inventions?
so I can pretend to be a 1%er.
Right.
Were there anything going on that was kind of sketch?
I mean, the guy who had won the competition the last 5 years lost, and he was kind of pissy about it, but that's the long end
typical,
of it.
unfortunately.
Yeah, but he was also using nanotech of all things.
But that's been around.
That's
Yeah,
even
I
why
know
he
that.
lost.
It seems a bit archaic to use in a situation like this.
Yeah.
What was the purpose of the nano? Do you know?
Well, I was
What was he
not,
trying to do?
not going into too much detail because Boston has no idea what he was trying to do, like the exact scientific terms. What was he displaying with the tech?
So it was a arm that was could help with lifting, kind of like an exoskeleton, and the nanotech was for both making sure having the size adjust to individual people, and then also making it so that the weight bearing wasn't too much for an individual. Kind of like having a crane, but making sure it's not off balanced. Because
I thought Grumble was the one doing that, not
Yeah.
Stonefist.
okay,
The Stonefist was the previous champion, right? Or is my notes wrong?
let me double check before I say one way or the other.
Yeah, are we not talking about the same person, the previous champion, the one who currently lost?
Well, no, because there are two dwarves. There was the first one who had the crane arm, and then
They all look the same to me.
Nope.
I'm sorry, they all look the same as me, is what I meant to say.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Your beard's not good enough.
Ooh.
Oh, shots fired.
Ouch.
There's an axe right there.
Okay, so we have Grumble, who had a mechanical arm attached to his. Yeah, that one.
That was similar to the crane. That's why I want to make sure there was a difference.
Attached to his
Okay,
vest.
okay, so his shoulder.
Take all the fun out of it.
Okay, yeah, no, I did mix the two. The winner of the last 5 years was the dwarf, who is Beaufort Stonefist, and he used nanotechnology to enhance the body's natural abilities.
Which is literally a thing that's already done.
Also had a prosthetic arm made of material that morphed and changed to its shape. So there's two entries of arms, basically. One had a arm that was
Yeah,
Amorphous.
this one, it was more like Sandman from Spider-Man, that it could transform to anything he needed it to.
that. Yes. And then the other one had
Enhanceability.
yes.
The previous champ was using the nanotech as a stimulant to increase physical skill, and then he also had a cool arm that could turn to anything that he basically commanded it to do. You wanted to make it look like a sword. You want to make it into a chain, like a bunch of different stuff.
It's a bit novel, but the enhancing ability is already done. It's already done.
Maybe he was doing it at half the price. Maybe he was using a different type of metal for the nanotech. I
Kind
didn't
of
catch all
weird.
the
You can do it for
specifics.
free, but that's fair.
Hey Fen, would you have been able to put your bird into one of these?
Put my bird into...
This competition.
No. So, Caesar's a familiar. It's an entity I've called from another plane to look like a bird and be... If I needed to, I could literally be blind, deaf, and hear through Caesar. See through Caesar. So my body, I kind of like check out for a hot second, and I'm in Caesar.
Couldn't you do that with, like, a drone?
You could, yes. Though
So-
a drone costs money, and this listens to me, and it's a bird. Don't take away my pet.
Didn't you have to buy all the incense?
Shut up.
I'm more confused because, like, you're saying that magic and grew technology.
They are very easily interchangeable. A lot
like-
of things that technology can do, magic can do. A lot of things that magic can do, tech can do.
Hey, Ramita.
Especially with the invitation.
I don't mean to interrupt the conversation, but I got 4 beers here that will have Ramita's name on it. So are you guys gonna get here soon, or do I have to download 4 of these?
Rick, can you drop me off?
Looking outside.
And you just like pull into the first spot that looks clear.
It's a. You know what? Roll for that one.
Roll for it.
Roll for it. I need a d20.
All right. Somebody blow on this. Yeah.
No, he made it so much worse.
I
6.
6. Wow.
Oh no.
I rear end the closest vehicle.
That would have been lower.
You
No,
hit
that
a
would've-
child.
This is a no. This is
Your children, it's fine.
this is one of those red zone do not parking areas of like
We've got the little
fire.
diplomat flags. It's fine.
No, don't.
It's not
do that.
even. It's not even a handicap spot where you could maybe even pretend like there was a It's
Yeah,
it's
you
definitely
The
a,
old woman in the backseat.
You parked a fire hydrant behind you.
there
As
is
soon as the car stops, Granny's hopping out. Where you at?
Yeah, Granny, you're like, what is it? 50 yards away.
Nash's track is still on. You can find him here. When you guys get here, we're probably going to head out unless you guys want to see some of the other kind of small vendor things that might have some fun stuff or some snacks.
Is there really anything tech related left?
Probably novelty, but
A lot of novelty stuff. The main event, or at least the big thing, was the contest, and this was a whole week leading up to this. There were so many more
kind of popped in on the last day.
This is the grand event of these are the 5 main who's left of the other contests, and most people are leaving at this point, but it can continue into the night. It is a warm day, kind of late spring, early summerish kind of, so it could also easily turn into a fair. As far as novelty tech, there's entertainment stuff, definitely a lot of rides for kids, few things adults can take advantage of and enjoy. There's hype pods where you can, that's a kind of an invisible Ferris wheel that rotate around each other, individual stuff like that if you want to know.
is there a spot where you can whack the hammer to see how far you can bring up the...
Oh yeah,
I'm forgetting what that's called. My brain. I work in a state fair. How could I forget that?
I've never known what its name. The hammer. Absolutely, there's one of those.
It's a strength
Yeah.
contest.
Tony, what was that face you had?
Step right up.
The
Test
phrase
your
whack
strength.
the hammer.
I was thinking whack-a-mole, but that could work
It
too.
was just the speed with which you reacted, because you're like.
I thought he was going to say wax.
It's called High Striker.
And I was thinking wax his head. And I was like, wait, no one's bald.
Rick is.
Just
I mean, we could just get some moss on your head so that's constantly growing so you get hair and a beard.
Make him a chia pet.
Let's do it. In his sleep. We're making Rick a pet.
Gross.
Okay,
Sorry, next
so
time he's charging.
Ramita catches up to you. Her halfling legs getting her there within minutes.
He'll hand her the 4 beers. It's good, into the coffee holders.
They're still
they're-
cold. Perfect.
They're pretty big.
They come in bites.
For Ramita, yeah. They're definitely that big.
They're like they're like quick trip largest.
I feel like Nash knows Ramita and is going to try to artfully toss a beer to Ramita as she rolls up. Like, just,
Alright.
from 5 to 10 feet.
We're gonna do a dex roll.
Yeah, we are.
No.
And Ramita, you gotta do you gotta do 1-2 to see if you catch it.
Can I use athletics?
Chug, chug, chug.
Sure. Yes.
My question is, she can't be caught surprised because it technically is a trap. Because if she messes up, she's getting beers being poured on her. So
Yeah, but she's a barbarian, so she wouldn't be surprised by it.
No,
Exactly. If I can see it.
it's there's no surprise as in like sneak attack, but at the same time, like, do you expect someone to toss a beer to you?
Surprise round. Roll extra damage.
I mean, I was told there was beer. I'm expecting it from every corner.
Yes, but
One second.
What is the phrasing that's going on?
Also,
tonight?
is that just when you're raging you have advantage on dexterity checks?
I think it's-
no, that's
it's-
strength.
It's strength.
As long as
Rage
you
is
see
strength
it.
checks.
No, if you can see it as a barbarian.
So
You have advantage on
against
dex saves that you can see.
Save, that's what it is. Never mind.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
tempted to use it's not terrible, but I'm tempted to use an advantage here.
I'm gonna take it. I got a 13
I got a
What
10,
did you roll?
and I'm trying to figure out
for Dex.
it's right on the line. For athletics. For the record, that's a +6.
Oh, if it's for athletics, I got a 15 then.
I asked if I could use athletics
You
for
only
the
go
throw.
plus
I don't
2 to
know.
athletics?
I said
I
yes
didn't.
in the midst of everyone talking about other stuff.
Golly.
So
I got
yes,
distracted.
You can use athletics for your toss.
Okay, I was like, if you want acrobatics, we can bring it down to a total of 6.
No, the acrobatics would be for if it was for Ramita to have advantage of catching.
Okay.
But the athletics, yes, I will allow the athletics.
I'm trying to.
Was
Like
the
I said,
athletic?
there's a part of me that wants to use. You know what? I've got 3 inspirations. I'm going to use one here because I want
Burn
this
it.
to be freaking cool.
Burninate it.
That's a natural
Burninator.
fucking 20. God damn it!
Yeah!
Ew.
Does that affect me at all?
And
You
Nash
have to
is
make a
in the
Trogdor
lead
reference and it
by
happens.
a landslide now at 9 natural 20s.
I just had to sit through an entire session of not rolling above 10 to get a nat 20. That's what I
No,
had to
that's
do.
fair. No, that's fair.
So
Which,
you
if
toss
you want
the
to see special
spear.
footage of all of our nat 20s, you can check it out on our OnlyFans.
You'd be surprised what we're rolling with.
I'll kill you both. I'll kill you
Oh
all.
God!
All
He
natural.
fed it. He fed it this time.
So nat 20, you're able to elegantly and swiftly toss this beer without, a drop, missing a beat. Ramita, with a 15, you are able to catch it, though you do spill some upon the catch and might even have to take, stop and pull your weight back.
Shotgun this beer.
Kinda, yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, so you definitely get some beer spilt on you. But not much. You're still able to drink a good amount of that, and then whatever is left in Boston's hands.
I got 3 more. You don't gotta you're down that whole okay.
Ramita effectively smells like beer.
So nothing's changed.
No, I normally smell like whiskey.
Oh,
It's-
sure,
yeah.
sure.
It's also fresh, so it's not even like old beer. Fenrana, Baldric, are you guys
Hi.
joining, or did you decide to hang back and monitor the
Um,
vehicle that is illegally parked?
I don't know. It's illegally parked. I'm just going to chill here.
If there's nothing going on within the thing that would remotely entertain Fen, they're gonna stick back and keep reading the journal.
Okay. First several pages are about getting accepted to Aurora and going to classes, the schedules, interactions with the teachers. typical journal stuff. Yeah, so Nash, Boston, Ramita, what are y'all doing? Just chilling? Want to go back to the apartment?
I mean, Nash was here for a reason that didn't happen, so he's pretty well ready to go home.
Looking
I just
around,
got the beer.
do we? I'll give you the other 3 beers because I don't want them.
Yeah, I'm just like holding them, just
So it's an
walking around.
interesting combination of tastes that you have since Boston decided to roll a nat 20 and pick every beer just to accommodate anyone and everyone. There is a gluten-free one. There is a raspberry flavored one. There is a toffee flavored concoction that's maybe good, maybe it's bad. It's hard to tell.
It's fair beer. It's not good.
I feel like
Or
there's
yeah.
good, one or the other.
bourbon stout in this.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, there's one of them's a stout. So that's the 4 beers that you were given.
Just gonna enjoy them. There's no comments anymore, just not chugging them. Just like taking it in, been like, all I've had today is tea. Like I even trained from whiskey. That lady was so sweet. She gave us her journal.
You want a dog? Point to the pretzel dog stand.
Do I want a dog?
I'm just
Hell yeah.
asking. Let's get you a dog.
Yeah, it's a hot dog stand with like corn on the cob and, some other interesting,
street corn?
mixtures.
Heck
Yeah. Street corn.
Yes.
Oh, street corn.
Next to a taco stand.
I'm gonna divert to the taco stand then.
Looking around, is there any sign of the first place winner? Is he here? Is he around?
You were talking to her.
No. Sorry.
The first place winner is your date.
You forget already?
No, I'm
Austin's
talking.
got a girlfriend.
Who would have thought he'd be the first one to get a partner out of everyone in this group? I am genuinely surprised. I'm the first one to get a date.
Excuse me.
Sorry, a partner that's alive.
Ooh, burn.
Fucking roasted.
I mean, Nash has an ex, so
that is fair.
I think the nicer way of saying it is the first one to have a partner on stream.
You heard me. I'm talking about Buffer. Is he around?
no. He angrily packed his things and was shipping off.
Are any of them left over?
The person with the shiny medallion on their collar is still allowing the kids to play with their thing, as well as the first Amelia. Aaron and Amelia are just kind of like, they're putting their stuff away, but the kids are having fun playing hide and seek with their stuff.
Are they still up on the area?
The kids?
No,
Or
like the
Contest.
contestants. Are they still up on stage?
Yes, they're still up on stage. They're packing their things.
I'm gonna let Fen know that they're still up there.
Amelia? Yeah, that I talked to Amelia.
The kids they've gotten off the stage and they're running around. Like, one of them can see through walls and one of them just knows where the other one is. So they're like having fun with this little game of tag that they're doing.
Just knows.
Just knows where they are. Yeah, it's no longer hide and seek, it's just tag.
Ernie's gonna watch them with one of those little old lady smiles that's just aw on her face, reminiscing.
And the mom that figured out where her kid was is chilling on the side.
Just kids being kids.
Fen,
That's what it should be.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, Fen. Serious question. Have you ever had a pretzel dog?
A pretzel what?
You need to get out of that car, stop reading your journal, your book, and you need to experience some things that are a part of being a society that you're eventually going to have to learn about. Get out of Get out of the car before I
Very
drag you out.
specifically, I'm not studying society. I'm studying magic.
Yeah, you
Therefore,
know what's
cultural-
magic? Nacho cheese on a pretzel dog.
There are certain types of magic that can't be learned from books.
That
and
is 3 different foods that you are trying to combine into one thing.
That is
And
the
you know
perfect
what?
type of food.
How many
Fenrida?
shadows did you combine into a bird?
It wasn't it was one entity
It's
I
more than
summoned from
3.
another plane.
Sounds
It
like
was
more than
one
3 to me.
entity. Okay.
There are certain types of magic you can learn from books, and some that you can experience by going to fairs.
Also, we need a fucking break for a second.
Just
It's been
don't get the
No.
car towed. Just don't get-
Car toad. Why would the car be towed?
Ben, you look up from your book and you notice the sign says "Do not park" or "No parking here."
Aldrich,
Watched
we may want to move the
Romita
car.
run towards him and was just watching him. He's like, I wonder how long it's gonna take.
Indeed.
Insane to me is, what is the passive perception of Fen again?
Ben is very much looking at a book.
Fen was reading a book.
That question can be moved to the driver as well.
Who rolled a 6 on that? That was
The 6 to actively look for it, but it
Yeah.
is a passive perception of 18.
yeah.
20. We're so perceptive. Ew.
When you want to be.
You guys are just distracted by your own things and Granny hopping out of the car when it was probably still moving a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It hadn't even parked.
Just like slowed down enough.
Are you gonna hop out before I park?
Fenrana, how convinced are you to get up and get out of the vehicle?
Ben, it looks like there are still some people on stage. And some kids are running around playing something.
What even was the winner? I don't even know what they did.
Well, you can talk to them, ask them.
Yeah, Amelia,
That
she's
sounds
sweet.
awesome.
Actually, you get
Right.
along.
Is
she
that your
also-
girlfriend?
There was a mention of that.
Potential customer for later, but
I heard
that
mention of a
For
date
sure,
though.
there's a date.
Wait, if
going
they're a
on.
potential customer, does that mean that you're now a hooker?
there's
This is a new side of you, Boston.
Silent. There's a long pause, and then I found it, mother.
Wait, hasn't he always been getting paid for services, though?
Boston, how long have you been a hooker?
I mean, being a cowboy is kind of selling your body, right?
Literally just a violent hooker.
You he's gonna look at let's pause, look at this thing and look at Boston. 2 of you used to fight and beat the shit out of other people for money. I don't understand, like, it's what I do as well. How is that any different?
He's gonna look at Boston?
I was
That mirror.
fighting in a rink, so I was more like a stripper.
Regardless, she's over there if you want to talk to her. Her item was that she was able to locate things just by sound.
I literally have a spell that does that.
Does that make you more impressive that you have an ornate ability you're taught in a school, that she learned it by herself, considering she comes from, as she put it, people like me?
Also,
Or did you say she can find
That
things
is
by
surprising
sound?
though.
That's just called hearing.
I just need to mention, you say you can do it as a spell, and you're saying that technology and magic are derived from each other. It's literally what you're studying. This would be the best opportunity.
She also hates talking to people, so you two'd probably get along and just read books.
Or maybe you could capitalize on what Boston started and swoop in and get the date.
Very true. You could use a
Hey,
date.
Do
you
not
want-
feel like romantic entanglements are anywhere near a thing I should at all be working on right now.
Life's
mean,
gonna go on. We'll get this shit figured out.
They do say that love is a kind of magic. So if you're really doing your research,
It really is.
Inspector, get out of the car. Come hang out with your squad that you forced to come to this country and probably going to send us elsewhere. Come on.
We do need to go to Aurora, and I'm so sorry. Out of the car! Have we found a new parking spot?
No, I asked if you were going to get out first. We've been sitting in the same spot the whole time.
You've been sitting there.
I would have
waiting.
told you no beforehand.
Okay.
Okay.
That way I know where I'm coming from.
Okay, roll for actually no. With your passive perception, you'll find an actual appropriate spot, especially since now that is A, the goal, and B, there's enough time passed that most of the people have left, and there are more empty spots than there were before.
I'm paying a parking ticket. It's all right.
Yeah, but getting the car towed would have sucked.
Doesn't Nash still have the limo though?
Yeah.
Toad
I have the
would have been
personal
later.
car, apparently.
You haven't told Boston you have a personal car.
Also,
This is true.
poor guy's
This is
just
true.
like sitting in a car in this crowd.
I could have told Boston if he'd responded to any messages or turned on his comm in a timely manner or calmed Nash.
Is it a guy driving it around, or does Boston just have a car? Or not Boston, Nash just have a car?
No, there is a driver. It's like an Uber. An Uber for a day.
You all
I think
bought
it was
for
like
me.
more as a like limo rental.
That
Town car.
Right.
Okay. So does Fen does get out of the car, right?
yeah,
And does eventually get out of the car, yes.
yeah.
Is
They've
Amelia
parked.
Is Amelia still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's been only a few minutes,
hmm
so like at this point, Amelia is just waiting for the kids to get tired or have their parents like be like, "Hey, let's go home."
hmm
Like they're not really needing to leave. There's literally nothing for them to go to.
hmm Nash, why don't you show Baldric? Baldric, have you ever been to a fair like this? I mean, you lived in this town, but did you ever come to this fair?
Would the stores have had any business at anything like this?
The family, no. The kids, maybe. If there was a need to have the kids out of the house, and it was like a nanny type day, yeah. They would have
40
been like,
years
yeah, let's
ago?
go. Yeah. Not 40, more like 12. Yeah.
Yeah, the kids, they'd be like young adults now.
Okay.
The kids are like 20.
Okay.
So like, yeah, 12 years ago, 8-year-old would have been like, yeah, let's go, let's go do this.
It's been a few years, yeah.
Nash, why don't you show him around and go ahead and pick us up one of those pretzel dogs for Fen. I'm gonna introduce it to Amelia.
Actually, it's fine. I'm just going to go ahead and wait here.
That's
In
all right.
the car?
Yeah.
You sure?
Did you see something?
No, I think I'll be good here.
All right.
Well, so from here, I can point out there's Uncle Annie's with the good pretzel dogs.
Gonna gently escort Fen towards Amelia, probably grabbing him by the arm because they don't want to go talk to somebody.
Being dragged.
This is my girlfriend. Girlfriend, this is my kidnapped victim.
Amelia sees you kind of approach again and kind of like does the whole like they're sitting on the ground and their legs were like sort of loose and now they've pulled them up and they've got knees in front of their chest. It's like, hi, you're back.
I did. I wasn't planning on you meeting my friend. This is my friend I was telling you about. Inspector, would you mind introducing yourself?
Senora Etzith, Lumen from Auroran.
Hi, I'm Amelia.
She's someone that studies. He's gonna look at Fen how magic and science are interchangeable / related, right?
That's the basis of it, yes.
And as a tinkerer, I figured that the two of you could probably talk shop / see if you could exchange notes. He shrugs. He's trying, but he's not. He's not quite sure why he did this, other than the fact of like they're similar enough they'll find something to talk about.
He said that you had been using technology to locate objects via sound, correct?
No, not sound. Although I could see why you might think that. But it's kind of, and she kind of looks around like there's nobody around and just kind of nervously, it's more of a essence
Really quickly, Fen
locator?
is going to words.
Past friends.
Yes,
No,
friends.
but
I don't care for children at this
The best
festival. I
social
cast
spell.
Fireball.
Forever.
I don't care how big the room is.
I don't care if they're children at this festival. I cast Fireball.
Children need to learn about fire early on, just ask Zuko.
oh god, no.
That's rough.
Oh,
Buddy.
damn it, I don't have
Yeah.
it. That's the other character. Never mind, I don't have a thing. Never mind, we're good. Fen's not doing shit.
Were you gonna
Fen's
try
just
to
listening.
cast silence?
So prepared.
No, I was going to,
Zone of truth.
do, mage light. Not mage light, dancing lights. To kind of, like, do a distraction thing for anyone else who might be trying to listen in.
Right.
Minor illusion.
And, like, have it. Yeah, but I don't have it.
Why
I have
do you have
prestidigitation.
minor illusion? That would do it. You
Because...
can do like fireworks. With it.
You can try to use minor illusion, but we've established these kids are adults.
Can't you do like prestidigitation and do the same thing?
I can, and trying to, like,
Yeah.
make sure that no one is paying attention to what they are saying in case it is their secrecy that they want to keep, or if it's just kind of their nervous
Oh.
thing.
So they'll look at the lights and like it kind of is calming and suddenly is like able to focus a little more. Yeah, so it actually zeroes in on the essence of the individual or artifact that a person is looking for. It takes the general description and notifying identification tags and from all parts of the brain, so it includes sound, smell, and it maps out a matrix of what the item is or could be, and then locates it.
Does it have a distance limit?
Yes,
That is
About
fascinating.
about 1,000 feet, but it also is able to determine a direction and movement of the item or object or person.
That is fascinating. There is a
That is
spell I know of that is similar.
That is
And
incredible.
the fact that you are able to replicate that with technology is fascinating.
Thank you.
Should I
Why
get
might I
y'all?
ask, ignoring Boston completely, did you originally get the idea?
Give her time. Give them time.
Boston is gonna slowly say out loud. No, no,
Boston.
hear him. I'm gonna go get us some cotton candy. Is basically what he says.
Ignored completely.
Yep.
Boston, you hear Ramita. Let it happen. Let it happen.
He just he will stand nearby in case something does happen. / there he is needed, but he's letting them chat.
Well, the idea came from my family because they lose a lot of things. They don't always know where they put stuff, and I always have to find it, and I kind of got tired of it. But
Valid.
at the same time, I had heard that there were arcane abilities that could do the same from a friend of mine.
So it was replication of a known. Once again, I must say that is brilliant. Recreating with just tech. And is it nano or is it?
I used nanobots for the hardware, but no, it does not have. It's not limited to the range of a nanobot.
And the Finn will just go back and forth with this for a while, and then just like nerd out the entire time. We're not gonna like bore everyone with this.
Tell us the
It's fine.
specific in-depth details on every part of it. Show us the schematics.
It's longer than this stream, but I could do it.
We have time.
You're just like, don't test me.
Don't test me, okay? I made this world, okay? I know how it works.
So when Boston kind of snuck away, Granny's gonna go up and be like, "You did good, son."
Oh, look at Fenn. They have friends.
Boston will shrug and take out a cigarette. I mean, considering how much bullshit Fenn has to deal with us, I figure they could have someone that's a little bit more on the level of thinking. He'll light it.
If we can get Fenn a date, life will be complete.
This doesn't even have to be a date. I think it's just having someone that they would consider a peer was probably something that's refreshing.
Yeah, Fenn did spark real quick.
I have just the worst comment I wanted to say right there, and I'm so sorry.
Say it.
Yes, talking to someone who has an IQ higher than Potato is so refreshing.
I was gonna say, Ramita,
just look at the potato, hand it to someone, and say, "Do something with this." I don't know how to.
I would like to point out, none of us have a negative intelligence.
That is true.
No. Ramita, you'll recall that Fenn had the same connection with her, with the twins, Milo and Xylo. Specifically Xylo, who was her their classmate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Fenn talks easy with peers. It's other people that they're just like.
And it's in hindsight that you realize that was the situation that made it awkward, not necessarily the peer. The fact that they're talking to somebody whose brother was an ex-con and is entrapped in this whole thing is like, it was like kind of
And even then, on their way, oh no, Granny wouldn't know this, but like on the way to the cops, Fenn was just like, "So we should talk shop."
Yes.
So yeah, I'll note that and just be like, seems like Fenn is just more comfortable talking with people that understand them.
It appears so.
Fenn got really excited when you wanted to learn about magic, though. Kind of like the little old lady.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Ramita is outing me.
I am outing.
Yep.
What little old lady?
The one we got the notebook from, the old teacher at the school.
There's a notebook?
Yeah, you remember how Fenn's person said that there was someone studying the aging thing that happened to those kids, and we thought they were immediately like a bad person? They're not. Just an adorable, like, sweet old lady that was just studying it because the history wasn't there.
I love the fact that everyone assumed that they were a bad person, and Fenn's just like, they were totally just studying it. It's fine. I need to know what they know.
Here, I'm thinking that Ramita was the only person who thought they were evil. And they're just like telling everyone that, yeah, we thought they were evil, and everyone, like, no one's able to confer notes, so, like, they all assume that's what everyone else thinks. Because Ramita says so.
Yeah, I thought they were evil. Like, I thought this was going to be the bad person, and they were studying it to use it against everything,
If
but...
that was the case, why didn't you ask for me and Nash to come and help?
Well, I was there, and so was Rick.
Sure.
I had a meeting.
Yeah, Rick... Oh, yeah, how'd that go?
Fine.
How'd you get back? Well, where was it? Was it nearby?
No, I mean, no. It was in another district. Not district, but like area of the city district.
Different county, but same city.
Did you bring the lunch I made you?
Why would I bring it if I ate it?
Oh, you ate it before you left?
No, I went back and ate it.
Oh, okay. Just making sure you ate it.
Ramita.
You were nervous this morning. You weren't barely touching breakfast.
Barely for you.
There was it was important. I don't. What do you want from me? Yeah, like
Cotton
I'm
candy.
fine.
Yes, please. So,
You have 2 sticks of cotton candy, 1 purple, 1 pink.
Obviously.
I've got to do even more paperwork when we go from place to place.
Sure.
oh yeah, paperwork.
Is that anything that to do with me? Should I be aware? Do I gotta sign off on anything more than you normally have to?
Probably not, but I'm supposed to give them 2 days notice.
Also, speaking of signing off, we still need to figure out how to get me to the other city. How quick did your paperwork go through for him?
I'm actually gonna check.
They don't know about us having to go to Aurora yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Boston will blink twice and curious to see actually if the paperwork went through. Open up his cowboy app. Is his paperwork all the way through / submitted?
Oh yeah, it was done within like a day of doing it the first time.
Stuff is quick.
Yeah, it was like
Less than 12 hours. Why?
I'm working for you now.
Beg your pardon?
Can you get that done? What? We gotta go to Auroran,
Hold
and
on.
I don't have paperwork for there.
We're going to Auroran.
Yeah.
Okay, so to recap, we got you a temporary visa to come to this country. To come to
I already
this.
had it. Thank you very much.
Sure, but you only had 48 hours to use it, right?
Yes.
And to make sure that your visa doesn't run out for this place / going anywhere else, you are joining my company so that way you get the privilege to travel anywhere you want to.
No. I
No.
currently can't go to Auroran at all.
Right.
So
But you're joining with my company so you can.
yes, because I can't be smuggled in.
This is like someone getting married so they don't get deported. You understand that, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what else to do. My paperwork with the Fen isn't even like part of the way through.
If someone that's over Fen's head, if Fen has any rivals from her own city, does any research into us, and they discover that she was trying to they were trying to get paperwork done for you, and to speed up the process, you joined my organization, I could lose my license and my entire company.
I will pay you.
So wait,
It's even worse.
that's bribery.
I will give you
Oh,
a house. Like, if anything happened, I will make sure that you aren't fighting for money. You'll be fed, you'll be clothed, you'll be housed.
It's not.
I'm surprised he's not asking how much, considering how he was almost demanding money from Rana. Like,
he's still waiting for that.
He's still
bill. He
waiting for
has
that.
it. He still has that bill.
It just has to actually go through.
Look,
has to do
we
another
need to go to
confrontation.
Auroran. We're trying to get stuff done. We don't have time to wait for this red tape BS.
But then why didn't you ask for that back when I was doing the paperwork for Nash? This just looks, believe it or not, sketchy as fuck.
I didn't think about it. Also, you didn't ask me to be one of yours, but now I'm telling you it needs to happen because I have no other ideas.
Nash, could you back me up or something?
I don't know how any of this works, so like, why does it look so sketchy now if it's where the investigation is growing, right? Like we need to bring more people on because it's growing.
Also, if they look back on it, if they're trying to like do anything, it just shows that we were following leads.
Gears, would it be an intelligence roll or a history? Like, this doesn't sound good, right? Like,
oh yeah, absolutely not.
This
No,
seems
absolutely.
unbelievably illegal, right? Like,
Absolutely, because like Granny has no connections to anything. They have no resource, no scholarly anything. So it's like, why are we trying to get this person to be approved to go anywhere? It's
Because I was
highly
appointed.
suspect. you hiring on Nash is kind of suspect, but at the same time, there are reasons, and I explained it in the last session.
I also never put in paperwork for Nash. I just put in paperwork for Boston via, and Nash came with him.
Yes, and Nash is like an attachment. Ooh. So yeah, no, this is highly suspect for both Boston and like anybody else. So yeah, if you want to do an intelligence roll, that's fine, but
the reason why it's suspect, Dash, is because me hiring you on made sense. We had some connections via time in prison together, and also you were a recent convict with some martial background. This is the kind of work you'd get into, whether it be something else.
And an ex-cage fighter doesn't have a...
He's gonna look... But the thing is, she's already trying to get paperwork into another country, and to speed up the process, she's looking for a loophole. My company and me being a loophole.
Okay, so it's the paper... I mean...
It's about if anyone looks at this and her paperwork goes through, like, oh, but we didn't have to because she joined this company. Well, why'd she join the company? So she get into the company. Why'd she join this company? So she get into the country.
Well, Fen would go in and make like changes because Fen already has to make changes to the paperwork. Because Rick was originally.
We should have after they are done having this conversation, because this is sticky and I don't.
Fen's completely oblivious of all of this.
Yeah.
This is a nerd.
Yeah, we need to let Fen like flirt and do all that stuff. Life goes on, you know.
Sure.
So we'll wait till we'll get back at the place, but keep it in your mind, please.
I think at this point of the conversation, Fen and Amelia have gotten to the point where Fen is pulling out from Amelia some information and realized that they have made plans to attend college in Aurora, and that this competition was one of the steps to get towards that, since money is an issue. And they're a local in Ithran, so they're not poor, but at the same time poor compared to Auroran.
Mm-hmm.
At that point,
is
then,
Fen's con open?
What?
Is Fen's cons open at this time or no? Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, the only time you were able to contact Fen was through Rick's.
Baldrick's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have open comms. I just called.
But yeah, Fen will give. Remind me again. Arwen was not specifically a teacher with magic, right?
No, but at the same time, their area specialty
doesn't necessarily align with this.
It's how do I describe this without giving it a title, because I'm terrible with titles.
You're good.
It was more of field application, so the direction that Fen wanted to go, was different from what Aren's specialty is. Now they do parallel, so therefore he could have been a teacher in one or two subjects. But what he wanted Fen to do is actually kind of what they're doing now. Unwillingly. Through convenience. So like, yes, Aren could be more of a, what were you going for that? Like someone to lean on? Information gatherer, kind of?
Someone that could maybe be of assistance once they get there. With the right kind of, hey, so I ran into Fen while I was in Ithros, and they gave me your name, and just a contact within.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That would have been... actually, Fen could do that with any of their professors.
But Fen doesn't really give a damn about most of them. Arwen is their buddy.
Yeah, but like, Fen did pretty good in most of their classes. Any of the professors, they'll take recommendations from their formal students, especially ones who did well or excelled, and especially with anyone who has a background like your character does. The prestige is, So, but Aren is more a field study, kind of like get out there and investigate things, practical things. Whereas Fen didn't want to do the practical investigation. Fen wanted to do the mystical research thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, my leisurely, yeah, sure, I'll go out into the field and find books, went right the fuck out the window.
That was literally your fault for picking this character for this campaign.
No, so I knew it was going to go out the window. But also, I didn't realize how far out the window.
Oh, yeah, that's... Can't be helped.
Session 0.
But yeah,
So, yeah.
In that case, Fen will give Ellie, right?
Who?
Amelia.
Amelia.
And you'll find out their last name is Livingston, which is
Okay.
yeah, is kind of a similar situation of like their family is into prestige stuff, but theirs is very political and very not at all like tech savvy. It's very who's got the most money and who can I savvy up to and yeah, that kind of thing.
They're movers rather than thinkers.
Exactly.
Yeah. In that case, Fen will give Amelia the name of one of their former professors that they feel would be more online with what Amelia is kind of focusing on.
Okay, cool.
And just giving them let them know that I sent you, Finrona Edseth.
Okay, yeah.
They'll be able to help you a little bit along the way.
I appreciate that. And they like take all the notes needed and put it in their holocom. That's great. I can get my foot in the door.
No problem.
Your friend, is that his name? I think he said it.
Yes.
Is I think he asked me out. I've never been on a date before. Should I get a chaperone? Although he offered his services to me as one. I'm very confused.
How would Fen respond to this? One sec.
I'll be your chaperone, says Fen.
No. Don't do this. Don't feed Blade. Anyway, in this moment, he needs to starve. God damn it, why did it have to be a 10? That's literally 50-50. Fuck.
You have to make a decision.
It's not actually 50-50, by the way. It is in the lower half.
Technically. Because there's no 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay,
that
in that
helps you.
case... No, Blade, no.
Or
Yes, Blade.
I have to look.
always yes.
Feed me. Feed me, Seymour.
Blade is
Feed
hungry.
me. I'm hungry.
Blade is so hungry.
Make it happen.
So very, very
I'm
hungry.
sleepy.
Don't do
bored.
this, guys.
Play
Please.
with
Guys,
me.
come on.
Please.
This is getting a little weird.
It's both of us now, fuck.
How does
I'm
it
not used
taste?
to it being... I don't
How
like it. I don't like
does
it.
taste?
How the tables have turned.
Oh, I don't like it. Anyway.
How the turntables have.
What?
Austin is a nice man. However, I wouldn't... His service is being as a bodyguard? Muscle?
I think, yes. He was kind of vague.
He does that. He doesn't really... I've come to learn something while talking with my associates. They do not communicate with our type well.
Huh.
Misunderstandings are abound, and it is best, I find, to not look into things, because more often than not, they don't mean them.
She kind of like her demeanor where she had her arms wrapped around her knees and she was kind of slowly like on the relax, you know, her knees are kind of further apart and she's just like this, and she's just kind of wraps up and like, so he didn't mean to ask me out, and her shoulders kind of sink.
Not what I'm saying. Not at all what I'm saying. Just before jumping off of assumptions that one would usually make within associations between those who are inventors, thinkers, maybe clarification beforehand.
Are your lights still up?
Yes.
Okay. I think, so I did, and he didn't disagree.
That's not a negative. If you're interested, I can most definitely let him know.
Is he a safe person to be around?
Contrary to his outer appearance, he is not a bad person.
Okay. She looks down and kind of like her knees kind of wiggle, and she's just kind of like,
No.
not sure how, like, her social battery is dying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She's absolutely like, this has been fun, but outside of talking more shop, it's time for her to go.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this to be the moment in the rom-com where the main character gets the love interest to date somebody else before winning them over in the end.
No.
Oh yeah. First thing I'm gonna ask is if they got her number.
I gave them contacts with an Auroran.
Do you guys want to regroup and do more, or do you want to wrap it up here and we will end the game session?
It's almost 1. I think Tony's dead.
Yeah,
I'm ready for wrap.
Absolutely. That's why
She's like, no.
Yeah.
I'm personally about to pass out. I'm still on East Coast time a little bit.
Me too, to be honest.
Okay.
I would love to continue because this conversation is getting interesting.
It is pretty awesome.
I missed you a lot.
Yeah, we miss you.
Oh, buddy.
So, vote. Yay.
I say we gather up together and we're cutting it, right?
Yeah, and then
we are
pick
back
up
together
as
and
you're
we'll pick up
walking
next.
back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pick up next week.
All right. So we will pick up there next week. Let us go around and find out inner workings of characters, any socials that you guys might want to follow us on, and there's maybe a potential random any kind of speak talk on Saturday with myself, Rev, Blood.
Yes.
And maybe even if we can bribe Brett to join and do a stream, that
and Darkness and Tony, are we all getting together?
Well,
I'm pretty sure Darkness.
I just said it.
Tony can't on Saturday. That's the reason why I'm available.
I can maybe try.
So
I'm not pressuring anyone. It's just definitely gonna be me and Rev with Blood.
We'll flat together again.
And yeah, like that might be a side thing. Saturday morning, 10:30, 11-ish Eastern Coast time. I'm gonna throw this off to Tony because he looks like he's asleep. He can take care of the first part, and we'll just keep going.
Hi, I'm Tony. Tony is sleepy. You can find me at Tony Will Edit on TikTok. I'm thinking about starting to do ASMR up like this. This is probably really bad, but it's fine. Anyway,
it's actually really calming.
Nash.
There's a lot of background.
Nash is honestly slightly bored. He thought there might be more action at this festival, more things going down, more shenaniganery. But instead, it was exactly as advertised, which is not something he was interested in.
Aw. I was thinking with all the
Would
gizmos and gadgets, he'd be like, ooh, fun.
But he doesn't
You know, the
understand.
kids are entertained.
He doesn't understand.
He doesn't understand any of them.
Oh, but
So like,
meh.
sure.
Okay, it's fine. No, fair facts. Fair.
But yeah, but he was very much interested in whether or not people were going to try to spoil the show and throw shit into chaos, because that seems to be what's happening. Yeah, so that's Nash. He also is dreading the conversations he has to have with Fen and Boston about paperwork and travel arrangements.
We are too, buddy. Don't worry.
Yes.
Next up.
So let's go take it over to Brett.
Thank you, Nash. I'm doing okay. My name is just Brett with 3 T's. You can find me there or as the Cloaked DM on TikTok. I try to stream here every day, except for Sundays. And Boston is content. His conversation with Amelia didn't go exactly as planned, but I mean, she was nice. And he's glad that Fen has someone that they can relate to at this moment. He has
And
no
ships
idea.
it.
What? Okay.
Granny ships it.
Ben shifts it. That's what they say.
Blade ships it.
Anyway.
Sleepily ships it.
Boston needs a nerd girlfriend to calm down his emo rage.
Actually, for the record, Tony very much ships Fen with them, but that's fine.
Fen with no,
No,
ew.
not
What?
Fen and Boston. Fen and
Amelia.
yeah.
Amelia.
Fen and Amelia needs to become a thing.
And he's happy he came to this thing. He's a little nervous about Ghost coming around because Ghost is gonna be looking for him, which is gonna be annoying. But yeah, and I'll hot potato it down to Fenrana.
Oh, cool. I am Bloodless King. I don't stream very much anymore because life is chaotic, and so I am one of those unreliable streamers. But whenever I do, I'm a VTuber. For Fen, they are stressing. How am I getting my friends into my home country? Why am I going home to my home country? Do I want to do this? Can I just leave? I should probably just leave, but I can't because I've already started down this road. Fuck. Yeah. So that's a thing. Also, you know, cute little shy girl with bombastic
dreams.
loud Boston is adorable.
This is why ships tend to have fights.
Yep. We are at war at this point.
We are.
We gotta make one
has-
thing.
Emerald has just named 2 ships. Fenrana
Yes.
and Nash. And I love it. I'm here for it.
I love the fact that I'm just like sitting here like, yeah, Bash I like. I'm just like, I don't think Fen likes them. But also I kind of headcanon Fen is Demi, so
So give
there's
it time.
yeah.
It's a slow
I
burn.
totally see it as like Fen really like enjoying everything about it, and then like going back to this like a week later, be like, shit, I missed my chance.
No.
See, I'm already getting the like sibling vibe of like a couple of weeks later.
I will take care of you, child. You are
You're
now my project.
You're too good for Boston. Drop him. Like after everything has already even started and the feelings are already growing. It's like no. You're too good for no. Stop this now.
Tony, that is an awful joke. Tony, that is an awful joke. I wouldn't.
That's not a joke. That's a real thing.
In any regard. To do
Also, I
anything
want to
like
go
that.
with Blamrold.
Ooh, Blamrold.
Oh no.
It's official.
There we go. They feed things. It's great. Anyway.
Yeah.
God, it's awful.
In most fandoms, you ship the show. In Breaking Character, the show ships you.
But yeah,
It's like the TikTok trend. We ship our followers.
let's go. Anyway,
next.
yeah, that's me. Let's go over to Rev. I think you're sideways.
I'm down and left, which will be down and right.
That way, I think.
Correct, yep.
You're correct now.
There we go.
I am Sanguine Rev. I can be found in all of the places that I can be found, and in some of the places that I cannot. Yeah. Rick had a pretty quiet evening, just kind of driving everybody around, and trying to keep his head down. So that's really all that's going on with him. He absolutely ships anyone for Boston. He needs someone. He needs someone. And to answer questions, Blade, I'm not at liberty to say, but maybe. And to that way, Ramita.
I am Ramita. Ramita is kind of just hopeful for Fen because Fen needs to chill the F out from everything going on, and Fen doesn't know how to chill the F out, so Ramita's trying to force it. And by forcing it, I mean seeing if Fen will go on a date. Yeah. Shipping people.
Because that's always healthy.
Force.
Yeah.
My life is chaos. Let me go make relations.
Add chaos to chaos, but a date would be good.
I
Get
think
their
it would be
minds off of the shit.
hilarious with to have for me to be like, you two should be a couple, and it doesn't happen. It's like the other goes to get left, and yeah, like no, it's not what I intended.
I just want Fen to have a nice, quiet date where they can think about stuff other than death and chaos and paperwork.
I think you forget that if Fenrir wasn't thinking about this thing, they'd be thinking about their trauma, and they'd much rather think about the chaos and the things currently going on in front of them than deal with that.
Honestly,
Fen knows how to cope with
Fen
that.
wants
That's fine.
book and
Which
wants
is
to be
why-
left alone.
A date would be important because then you talk about fun stuff sometimes and stupid things.
Your date could be a book club.
That is true.
Exactly.
That is it. That is.
I mean, my first official date with my wife was at a Comic-Con, so like.
Mine was paid for by my husband's blood. Anyway, I am Hello Darkness
You
Mayo,
don't get to just roll past that.
known as Darkness, and I will be in the light on the 7th day. But anyway, I don't really stream. I want to start, but
Do it!
yeah,
So they've been added to our streaming group
I
chat.
saw that!
They're going to be streaming.
Nice.
yeah, I
It's
just
not
want to
on-
take my time. Also,
Okay.
yeah. Gears, our wonderful DM, the one we've all been waiting for all night long.
This is me. We are breaking character, and this has been an episode. Yeah, so we're gonna end it. We will see you guys next week, 9:30 Eastern, on this very same channel thank you for joining us, and until next time, don't break character.
Bye.
Hopefully
Bye.
we'll all